what do you got?
I think I can prove to a judge that both of these men had the mens rea.
What the hell is a mens rea?
It's a legal term the lawyers use. It just means the intention to commit a crime.
Okay, come on, let's go.
Mens rea?
Put the cuffs on him.
How could we have gotten mens rea? We take blood? Can you do it without taking blood? We both use condoms. How is this possible? I want to see a doctor. Can I have an independent blood test?
Money!
I feel sick.
What are you doing?
Mens rea! Oh! Oh! My God! No!
Hello, everybody. How are you all doing? It's me, Legal Vices. We are here. It is another day. It is Wednesday, and it's going to be an interesting day today, to say the least. For those of you that are wondering, that's a clip from a classic Richard Pryor, Gene Wilder movie, See No Evil, Hear No Evil. Gene Wilder's partially deaf, and Richard Pryor's blind, so what could possibly go wrong there? So, all right. Anywho, we are here. We had a few things to get through today. We should have Radix Verum showing up at some point during the stream today. But until then, we are on our own here, and we've got three things to cover: one product review, one courtroom scene, and one bad judge, or is she? Before all that takes place, I want to welcome everybody here. Congratulations for finding my channel and being here. Mods, welcome. It's great to see you here as always. You do a fantastic job keeping everything in line. And here she is.
Hey, good morning.
How are you doing today?
I'm good. How are you?
I am just festive. We just kicked it off.
Oh, good. So I haven't missed anything yet. All right.
Baldo review? No, we're not reviewing a Baldo. Jesus, people.
What?
It's good to be back after talking about dead children for 3 days.
Oh, yeah, that's awful.
That Korean stuff.
Yeah. I've seen people questioning like if that actually happened, and I'm like, y'all are nuts. No, it's totally made up, guys. Really?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
People are saying my voice sounds a little lower today. I took off the clean filter, so that drowns out all the background noise, which kind of raises a little bit. All right, well, there, we'll put the clean filter back on. Does that sound more like the usual me?
Actually, it does.
Okay.
That's so funny.
Yeah, for some reason the background noise takes out some of the bass in the voice too, I guess.
Yeah.
So, all right.
I need to get one of those.
So anywho, so I guess the dog, when the dogs are in, I put on the voice cleaner, so it takes away but the dogs aren't here now, so I guess I can take it off.
Yeah.
All right. Anywho, filter back. It's the first time everyone tells me not to play with the damn voice filters. Now they want the filter on. They've become so used to the filter being on, they can't handle it.
Yeah, now they need it.
Okay. Anyway, the first thing we've got to do is something that I forgot to do yesterday. We were all having such a great time, the four of us, Legal Mindset and KDP, one of our viewers, and also Flux, one of our viewers, who both have experience living in. So I don't know if you probably didn't see yesterday, but one of our viewers,
I got to see Flux. So
if Flux was there, and then one of our other viewers that actually lives in Seoul, that was actually in that back alley when it all happened.
Oh my gosh!
Wasn't in the crush. She was in a bar next to it and sort of saw it afterwards.
Oh, wow.
At the end, I forgot to read 3 super chats. So I know.
Unforgivable sin.
I know, though, they were one of them was from Tank Rat, who is an unforgivable sin because he's a huge donor. He's the one that donates the about 800 of the 900 memberships that I have right now.
Aw, that's so cool.
Tank Rat yesterday said, "Why do you always have to start the stream while I'm on my way to work? Just gives me a reason to reply to caught what was missed." Well, I missed your super chat. How's that? Xcomer Triple Z says, "Have you broken the news about the 50K hot tub stream with Andrew?" Yeah, that ain't gonna happen.
Wait, what? What is this?
Well, Anna, the Star Wars girl, sort of started this thing that if I get to 50,000, Andrew and I have to do a hot tub stream together.
Oh my gosh. This has to
not
be
you,
a thing.
not you two. Not you two. Go away.
Yes. I am in full support
No.
of making this happen, guys. We need to see it.
You may think you need to see it, but you don't.
True.
And the thing that clued me into the fact that I skipped the super chats yesterday was Fair and Balanced sending me a text message saying, "You piece of shit, bitch! You missed my super chat." And not only did I miss hers, I missed 3. So Farron said, "Morning, folks. I'll actually be popping in Andrew's midterm stream from the newsroom with updates. It'll be like a real news program. Don't miss it." All right, so got all the super chats read.
All right.
And now, also the big news here, you're just in time for a product review.
Oh, okay.
He's in a lot of places. It's Dragon's Tea. Damn it, the Dragon's Treasure Tea guy. We all know and love Dragon's Treasure Tea guy. And if you go to Dragon's Treasure Tea and use code VICES, you get 10% off your order.
I like that.
But see, I'm just not a guy who says shit. I have to try it. So today, two packages arrived. One is a cherry green tea, which is a green tea, cherries, rose petals, and cherry flavorings. I'm not going to review that one today. The one I'm reviewing is called "And Then Everything Changed When the Fire Nation Attacked."
I like that. That's a nice long title.
It is. It's
pretty cool.
The anime version of The Last Airbender. So that's why I like it. And it smells. It's got a lot of Oriental teas in it. I can't describe the smell. It's like an old leather sofa or earthy, kind of a nice earthy leathery tobacco.
Wow.
And some good Oriental spices in there. That's the one that we're going to be. That's the one that we're going to be testing right now as we speak. So.
I like it.
I've got my favorite little ceramic teapot here, and our.
Oh my god, that's so cute! Hold that up again. Let me see that. Oh,
it's my lovely
adorable.
little blue teapot. It is.
That is cute.
We've got the saucers and the cup to go with it, and our water heated to a lovely 70 degrees Fahrenheit, 160 degrees. Celsius. Sorry, 160 degrees Fahrenheit. We'll let that steep for a couple of minutes, and then I'll tell you whether it's great or trash. Because I don't
find out, guys.
Yeah, I mean, if I'm recommending things, I have to at least try it myself. That's just kind of how I roll. So
that's how we roll here, guys. That's how it works.
we loved your Wednesday your Wednesday Addams Halloween stream.
Oh, thank you. I had a lot of fun with that.
And I would ask you what you've been doing today, but you probably just woke up 5 minutes ago.
I've just woken up, but I have gotten a request. I've gotten several requests to do a I kind of make my little videos doing my own commentary on things that are going down in the community, and people have asked me for a request on Nat Lawyer Chick and Andrew Bronca sparring over Kim Potter and everything, how that whole thing went down, and her blocking him on Twitter. So guys, that video will come out today.
Oh wow, so you've already put it together, huh?
Not yet, but that's what I'm going to do today. It's not going to take me long because I already have sort of my own opinion on this, and I wasn't going to make a video on it, but since people ask, you got to give the people what they want, right?
All right. Well, and what the people want today, they want judges. They want some judge tea. Get it? See, anyway. Yeah, sorry.
I always say that. We want the tea, okay?
Well, today I'm going to have the tea. I don't know about anybody else. We're having the Dragon's Treasure Last Airbender quote tea. And then everything changed when the Fire Nation attacked. I will let that steep for a couple of minutes, then we'll give it a taste. But in the meantime, again, there's 351 of you here now. We're gonna profile 2 judges today. You get a 2 for the price of 1 on the. Sorry. Hey, people from Europe, you get 2 for the price of 1. So yeah, two judges for the price of 1 today. We've got 356 viewers right now at the beginning, only 132 likes. Less than half of you are doing your job.
Come on, guys, do your job. And we're also at 31 1.9K subs. So close to 32,000.
We are.
Take the link, share it on social media, send it to a family member or a friend. Let's get to 32K. We're very close.
Now we are at 31,978. We need 22 more subscriptions before Friday so we can have a 32,000 subscriber blowout.
Oh, that would be awesome.
would.
Yeah. Come on, guys.
And-
we can make this happen before Friday.
And the likes. We should have at least 369 likes right now. So
That's
just
right.
take 2 seconds, get down there, hit the like button. And the normal super chat rules are in effect today. Not required. No minimum balance. If you want to throw the super chats at me, that guarantees you get the question answered, you get the comment read, you get me to respond to whatever it is you write. We try to look at the chats as much as possible, but there's a lot going on and I can't get to every single chat that comes in, but we try to do it the best we can. But the super chats guarantee that you'll get your super chat read and or answered.
That's
And also go over to Christina, go over to Radix Verum. Subscribe to her channel. Did you get the magic number yet? Where are you sitting on your subscribers?
I'm just over 9,000 now.
You got the 9,000.
I
Sweet.
did. Yes.
Now we need to get her to 10,000.
That's
We
the
need
goal.
to get her to 10,000.
We should get me to 10,000 by Friday, and we need to get Jeff to 32,000 by
32.
Friday. We can do
We
this.
do.
I know you guys can do it.
All
You can do
right.
it. Also,
And see-
become a member. Come on, guys. Become a member here. You all can do it.
And now, for those of you that were here a couple of days ago when Christina was on, see, she does have a face. See, she is a
Oh,
real
yeah.
person. She wasn't hiding behind her profile picture.
My
thing there.
Abby. Yeah. Which I like, though, by the way. Come on, guys. There's nothing wrong with that. I was out running. You didn't want to see me that day. I promise. It was better that way.
And for those of you that weren't here, give us the quick 30-second intro to who you are, what you're doing, and why you are LawTube adjacent.
Well, I guess we could thank Andrew for that.
I will pour the tea.
Yeah, pour your tea, man. I want to try it too at some point. I want to try the green tea though. But I have a channel, Radix Verum. You guys can subscribe to it. I write articles. I cover all kinds of things that I find interesting. I did work in law for like 10 years as a paralegal, but I do my own thing now. And I guess I kind of like to cover like cases that are going on, trials, whatever. I attended the Johnny Depp case trial in person because I live in Fairfax
court.
County. Yes, which just turned into like it. That got crazy. And I went on with Andrew, and then everybody in this community just started kind of hanging out with me. So there you go.
And here you are.
And
Well,
here
now
I am.
we've got the tea poured. It's a lovely little black color. And for those of you that are curious as to what's in it, there's Kimun black tea, oolong tea, and Lapsang Shuchong tea. So it's all green
Whoa.
teas, all from China. So let's give it. This is the very first tasting of this leathery, spicy, cigar sort of scented tea here.
That sounds cool.
Oh, it smells so good. That's really good tea. If
There
you've had
you go,
the boi cha or the pu'er tea, it's darker than an oolong tea. Oh, but it's not really black tea.
Okay.
So
Is it
that's good.
caffeinated?
Oh yeah.
That's
I think-
that's all we need to know.
Oh yeah. I think they have some decaffeinated tea. I'm not sure, but I think I saw some on their website.
Okay.
No Korean tea. There's a ton of Korean tea, but this is from one of the channel people. This is from the Dragon's Treasure tea people. So go to Dragon's Treasure. I can now officially vouch for at least one of the teas. And
There
this
you
is
go.
so good. And if you use code VICES, you get 10% off. I used code VICES and got 10% off.
Aw, that's so nice.
So there you go. XCOMer Triple Z kicking us off with the super chats. Who is Judge Harriet Thompson? We're going to get to Judge Harriet Thompson in just a minute, but first we've got to get through a little bit of Judge Elizabeth Scherer,
All
who's
right.
the
let's-
Parkland
let's-
shooting judge.
Oh, okay.
Now, I have to admit, I have not followed the Parkland shooting trial closely.
I haven't
Um,
either. I've seen clips of it.
I mean, it's a slam dunk clay case. It's clear that the dude is over and done with. So I didn't feel a particular compulsion to watch it.
Yeah.
But what I have seen is her being weird. The judge just being incredibly unfair in a lot of places.
Oh, I heard about that. People were comparing her to the judge in the Alex Jones thing, like that the bias was that obvious.
Oh, the bias is strong in this one.
Oof.
And especially now they're in the sentencing phase. So it's been like well over a month in the victim impact statements, and they're just going through all of this.
Oh wow.
As people are saying, yeah, she's not great. Yes, she is an odd judge. Today was a special day, apparently.
Oh boy.
Because it kind of got wild. And we're gonna dive into this. There was kind of two things that came up. One sort of harks back to before the hearings when they were setting up cameras and things. And one of the defense lawyers was joking while they were setting up the camera, saying, maybe we should flip the camera, the bird. And she does one of these things, the little things.
Oh my God.
And that reared its head today.
Oh boy.
So far down the line. But let's look at the first little 1 minute and 30-second clip here. Alrighty. Well, I just have to bring up the window so I can click on it. Let me close a bunch of stuff here. Why do I have 830,000 windows open?
I'm the same way. I always have 100 freaking windows open. Look at Cruz's hair, though.
He just got out of bed. You'll have to forgive him.
Yeah.
You'll have to forgive him for just waking up. All right, there's the right window. That's the one we need. That's the main show window. So law and crime, do your thing.
Under the law. And these victims now have a chance and a right to come in here and say what they're allowed to say and what they're legally allowed to say. What the defense is doing is illegal to try and curtail these victims' rights under the law, and it's unconscionable. These victims have a right to express themselves. I have not gone over what their statements are.
She's with the prosecutor's
under
office.
The law under Chapter 960. They don't have to tell me what they're going to say. They can ask me if they need guidance, and I will provide it to them. But they have a right to address this court. Thank you, Your Honor.
All right, state. You can go ahead and call your next witness. I just need to say that the defense is not attempting to curtail the limits of the sentencing proceeding or the rights that the victims' families have. We are not trying to do that. But the state attorney's office knows that what is happening here is beyond what the victims' families are constitutionally protected to do. You can say whatever you want to Mr. Cruz. You can attack him and say whatever you want. But your honor knows that what is happening here is not permissible.
Now, what happened was when they were making the victim impact statements and things, apparently they were saying things about the defense lawyers, about the defense lawyers and their family and things like that.
What?
And so
That's
she's saying
insane.
that they can say whatever they want, but they can't cross the line.
Yeah, that's
wild.
wild.
Stop suggesting that I know that something is impermissible and that I am allowing it to happen. You're finished. I've heard your objection. It's noted. State, go ahead and call Ms. Ramsey.
So that's what kind of that helps start everything off. The distinction I like to make is with the Brooks trial, we had Judge Mommy.
Yes.
Here we've got Mommy Judge.
Yes, exactly.
She be like the mommy. Now, in this next bit, it's a 6-minute long clip. What the defense lawyer is doing, I think, kind of crosses the line and is maybe a little improper, but the judge is also. The judge has to be above this. The judge can't be this petty, this improper, I guess.
See you next Tuesday attitude.
Yeah, and people have been calling her Judge Karen throughout the whole thing. And she's doing this for re-election. Now, I believe that, this guy should be buried under the prison and the rat should eat his corpse for eternity for what he did.
Yes.
But he's still entitled to the same rights that you or I would enjoy if we were wrongfully accused of something.
That's true.
whatever your personal feelings are for the defense or for the guy that committed these crimes, you can't let that get to you as a judge.
That's right.
So I think where the Brooks judge, where she was too permissive and too accommodating, we've sort of got the anti judge mommy here. That's why I call her the mommy judge.
Yeah. Judge Snark over there.
Oh yeah, and this is 6 minutes snarkiness here. As soon as it finishes buffering, we'll bring it on up. Here we go. This is a defense lawyer getting kicked out of court.
Oh.
Judge, I'm standing here and I see that Jeff Marcus jumped up really quickly. But no one jumped up when people were referring to karma acting in the universe. No one was jumping up when they were referring to the defense children. No one jumped up to try to tap down that rhetoric. That is the rhetoric that I'm talking about. That is what I'm trying to be very.
And if I remember correctly, they were talking about the defense. I was going, what if these were your children? Would your children, that kind of a thing, which is improper. And this guy's so calm, cool, and collected talking about this. And the judge is having none of it.
Very clear on.
Oh, oh wow. Where'd that go? Mexican Vader, judge abusive stepmommy who's only in it for the husband's money.
I like that.
Okay,
yes,
you win, Mexican
Vader. She has
Vader.
that vibe. You're right.
Oh, just wait. Sit back and watch this 6 minutes of fun.
Jeff Marcus, the state, they can hide behind their arguments, but we all are witnessing what is occurring in this courtroom.
Which is myself. I'm a judge,
And
I understand that I'm in
Thank you,
charge
Judge.
of the decorum, and I feel that 99% or a great percentage of what has been said has been appropriate. Everybody has maintained decorum, but for a few comments, it's best to just move on as opposed to highlight them.
This is true, Judge, but I am witnessing.
Now, see, that I disagree with that. She says 99% of it was appropriate. Don't draw attention to the 1% that's negative. The judge should be drawing attention to that 1% that is improper and say, no, you cannot do this. You know, this whole just let it go thing doesn't work for me. I think that's an improper
that's
thing.
not right.
Matthew Giannotti has said that's not what she said. She didn't say what if it was your kids. What was the exact quote? Like I said, I just scanned over that. What was the exact quote? Just put it down here in chat and we'll read that. But in the meantime, we'll read Enraged Bacon, which is a great nickname, by the way. I don't feel sorry at all for the defense. The defense literally flipped off the judge during testimony. Screw the whiny defense. They talked about doing and did during it was this thing, and yes, that was improper.
Yeah,
it was improper for the woman defense lawyer that did it. But that doesn't give the judge the right to also behave inappropriately. Exactly. That's my argument. They're both wrong in this case. That's what I'm saying. This is three wrongs. The family is wrong for stepping across the bounds of propriety. The defense lawyer was, she was wrong for giving the middle finger a while ago, and the judge is wrong for the way she's handling it here.
Yep.
What he said, that doesn't tell me. I need if you're taking umbrage with the way I said it, give me the quote. I don't have it here in front of me.
Browns.
Sure to read it. But yeah, so she was, I don't like the fact that she's saying, well, 99% of you. Okay. Ona Wall said, she said something like, your kids will know you did this. You defended Cruz. All right.
Wow.
So something like that. But either way, it's improper.
Yep.
And so again, if we want the exact quote, please throw it up and I'll be happy to read it. Because I said at the beginning, I'm not exactly sure of the exact quote. Because it was there. And we have I Wish I Was Drunk, who's been a member for 2 months. This is day 3. You're rocking this vacation. How are we doing? Loving my week off. I'm able to catch up on a lot of your streams. Great. So, all right. Here we go.
A building of momentum. And I'm encouraging the court to direct the state to tap down on that momentum.
Okay, yeah, sorry. Matthew Giannotti says, Wheeler told Sure that if they were talking about your children, you would definitely notice it. What I'm talking about is what the families were saying about the defense lawyers. That's the quote I'm interested in, because the families were talking about the defense lawyers' children.
Yeah.
So I know what the defense lawyer said. So they said that, then he, not him, the other guy mentions the judge's children, and then it just goes all off the fucking rails. So that was the quote I was looking for, was what the family said about the defense lawyer's family, which made the defense lawyers talk about the judge's family.
Whoa. What
Anywho.
a clown show.
Yeah. So let's just listen through it.
So it does not reoccur and it does not become a theme. Thank you, Judge.
And see, that's the part I like. Yes, you should say something about the 1% so it doesn't become a habit. You know,
Yeah.
We can't you can't just let that 1% go.
Your Honor, for the record, the only thing the state has said to any of these witnesses when they get up is, would they like to say something on behalf of the victim they're representing? There's been no encouraging or inciting, as Mr. Weeks has put on this record. That is a blatant falsehood and a recreation of the record. As far as no objections being made, it's the defense that could have objected. It's not the state's duty to object to their own witnesses when they're testifying.
Okay. I listen, I've already heard. If you have anything else to say, you can put it in writing at a later time. I've heard from both sides more than once. That's going to be it. I've made my decision. Like I said, 99% of what's been testified to has been appropriate. I do not want to highlight the few things that were said that were perhaps not appropriate, and let's move on.
I disagree with that strongly. She should call them on it.
Yeah.
You can have as many seconds as you want in writing.
Snark.
You can put all of your objections in writing. They've been made multiple times from your chief assistant, from Ms. McNeil, and I don't want to hear anything else. I've already heard it. Is there something that has not already been argued?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, exactly what is it?
Judge, before Mr. Schachter, the podium testified before this court, I wanted to reflect that both Mr. Marcus and Mr. Satz looked at the statement prior to the reading. And so their implicit adoption of what he was saying, this improper arguments, the court should check.
Okay, but what you are doing right now is highlighting something and making more of a spectacle. So if your office in general does not want to facilitate or incite violence, then we need to just sit down and move on.
It seems you have something to say about the judge saying, well, just by you bringing it up again, you're inciting violence.
That's insane. What a ridiculous argument. Wow.
Okay. Well, keep talking. You get it off your chest. Get it out. Don't hold back.
That's all I have to say so far. I want to see the rest of this. She is snarky, and you can tell too, her attitude is different in how she treats the prosecution versus how she's treating the defense. You can see the difference in her attitude. I don't like it. I don't like her snark, and I think that was an absurd comment.
All right. Well, we will continue. There's more to come.
That's it. There were 18 witnesses, 16 or 18 witnesses that testified today. There was nothing that was said until Ms. McNeil made her point made, and, we're moving on.
But is the court going to do anything about maybe stopping it from happening again?
When these people are upset about specific things that have gone on from that table, like shooting the middle finger up
like that, yeah,
at this court and laughing and joking, Ms. McNeil, be quiet. When these people have sat—
Isn't that an elementary school thing? That Miss O'Neill, be quiet.
Yes, it is.
In this courtroom and watch this behavior from that table, and they want to say that they're not happy about it, what is the problem?
Judge, I have no problem because I have thick skin. But once you bring in my children, I think that's highly improper.
I didn't even know you have children. I don't know what you're talking about. Your children? What about your children?
For them to comment on my children is highly improper. Before this court to allow that kind of testimony is also improper.
I don't remember any comments about any children. And if there was, it obviously didn't, it came and went without me noticing it.
Judge, I can assure you that if they were talking about your children, you would definitely notice it.
You need to sit down right now. You're out of line. In fact, you're excused. You need to go sit in the back with your chief public defender.
Wow.
I mean,
that was absurd. That is like teacher level. You're excused. You go to the back of the classroom. Really?
Rhoda says, why do you so often have law content in which people present in the courtroom piss me off so badly? The people present in the courtroom piss me off so badly because it happens so often. This is the guy saying, I just want you to chastise them for talking about my family. Well, I didn't hear them talking about your family, but if they talked about your family, you'd hear it. Leave my family out of it. You're kicked out of the courtroom. They can say it about your family, but I'm not going to let you even hint that they could possibly say it about my family.
Yeah, she's
so
got a bad
wild.
attitude, man. I don't like it.
Yeah, I mean, this is, like I said, they're not right for what they're doing, and the whole flipping off thing, and they've been kind of snarky through the whole trial as well. But you know, 2 wrongs don't make a right, or in this case, 3 wrongs don't make a right. But this isn't the end, because she says something here that I think just is a classic.
Mr. Weeks, please ask the lawyer from your office to go sit down and not say anything else. To try to threaten my children and bring up.
Woo! Threaten them.
Did the lawyer threaten her family?
No.
He just said they talked about me. If they said the same thing about you, so she must have thought they were threatening his family if they said the same thing to you.
That's a good point.
To characterize that as the defense lawyer threatening her family, when all he said is if they would have said the same thing about your kids, you'd be all over this.
Yeah.
Emotional damage. But no, it continues to get better.
Oh no.
Mr. Weeks, please ask the lawyer from your office to go sit down and not say anything else. To try to threaten my children and bring up my children is inappropriate. Go to the back of the room now.
Go to the back of the room.
That just violated about every rule of professional responsibility that I have never. If you're going to get up here and you're going to...
Judge, I asked you to go sidebar on this matter.
You, sidebar or not, you don't have one of your assistant public defenders say something about my children?
Judge, that same venom that the court is expressing is the same venom that defense counsel had to sit through this entire morning when their children...
She brought up her children multiple times during the trial. Nobody knows if I'm barren or not. They don't know.
Whoa, okay. I think we struck a nerve here. No one knows if I'm barren or not. I think we can tell you.
I'll give her 10 points for using the word barren in court.
That was very
Nobody knows if I'm barren. And when she said it, like I had a flashback to Raising Arizona. My womb is a stony place where a seed could find no purchase.
Oh no.
Yeah, she got a little bit agitated there with the
I think this was a bit
barren bomb.
Personal to her. Yeah, wow. But she's an independent woman. She don't need no man.
She had a barren shaped head? Matthew Jean, she has a barren shaped head. I don't know what that means.
Oh, I don't know what it means either, but it's funny.
Judge Barren Uterus, hostile womb, not able to have kids. Okay, this was so much worse than objection, barren womb. Now, this isn't funny if people actually have this thing, but it's just funny in her case because she went over the top here. Enjoy the Decline says, you mean that the woman who leaned over her hand and the middle finger happened to be up? Yeah, classic case of the middle finger. Yeah, they did, which was improper. And I'm totally standing behind that. Are victim statements pre-screened? No. Normally, no. They're just given the parameters, and there was a little stepping over the parameters here. In Raised Bacon against, it'll be interesting if Brooks had this, Judge. Oh, Lordy.
Oh, God.
And Sophia Wick says, legal advice, if you watch the entire trial, this defense team asked for this. They are cringe lawyers acting like preschool kids, play stupid games, win stupid prizes. No, while that may be true in principle, the judge still has to be above it. The judge has to at least have a modicum of unbiased, of neutrality.
Right. Yep.
And they can sanction the lawyers. They can make disciplinary problems. They can hold them in contempt. She doesn't have to do this. It's improper for her to say these things. If you don't like what he said, slap him with a $500 fine. Hold him in contempt. But the Baron thing triggered her. You got the Baron red. You got the bloody red Baron up there.
That triggered her hard, guys.
She dropped a Baron bomb in open court, and she said it too, like it's all barren. You know,
Judge, that same venom that the court is expressing is the same venom that defense counsel had to sit through this entire morning when
she
their
brought
children
up her children multiple times during the trial. Nobody knows if I'm barren or not. They don't know about my children.
Judge,
sit down. Sit down.
Judge.
Sit down, Mr. Weeks.
Please do not summarily dismiss me.
I'm summarily dismissing
I'm
you.
asking the
Go
court.
sit down.
I'm asking the court. I asked the court to go sidebar.
Go sit down. You don't threaten the
Judge,
court's children.
everyone in this
Your assistant just
courtroom-
did that. Go sit down.
No one in this courtroom had to endure what we had to
Go
endure.
sit down. Miss McNeil has made her children a spectacle more than once during this trial. That was her choice. You have absolutely no right to have one of your assistants come up here and suggest something about my children. Now, please go sit down.
Judge.
You're inappropriate and out of line. Go sit down.
Judge, may I have a brief recess?
No. Go sit down.
May I have a brief recess so I can speak to my attorneys?
We're moving on with the sentencing, Mr. Weeks.
So I can have a brief recess?
No.
Thank you.
It's 1:36. Thank you.
Well.
Okay.
This was our little episode that came across this morning.
Why is
while I
this
was
always
sleeping.
like female judges like this? This seems to be like a woman thing, you know? And I have said this before. This is what happens when you give them power. It goes to their head and they can't help themselves. They have to have these meltdowns, you know?
I've seen some good man judge meltdowns too. It's just
really
there seems to be like a large number of high profile cases involving women judges these days.
Yeah, and like with a lot of women, it's just kind of like feels, you know, she got triggered and brought up the word barren because the other lawyer talked about her kids, and obviously this struck a nerve with her. Nobody threatened her kids. They said, hey, this was said about our kids. If it was said about you or your kids, you'd be upset. And she went off. That was wild.
Yeah, so that was our weird, wild entertainment for the day. Dang.
Yeah.
Ooh, she's like one of them mean girls that gets power, says, I wish I was drunk.
Exactly. Yes.
But now we have to go somewhere else. Now we have to go meet Judge Harriet Thompson, who was the original intent for today. Oof.
Yes.
How do we segue out of that festivity thing there? Well, I guess we can.
Woman
we can
moment, guys. Woman moment. That's how we
can
segue.
We can do the segue grift. 814 concurrent viewers, only 336 likes. Just come on, get down there, hit that like button, get up to 600. We need 19 more. Only 19 more subscribers to get us up to 32,000.
Yeah. What are you all doing with your life? Subscribe to the channel, hit the like button. It takes you 1 second to do it. Every time I ask people to do it on my channel, like 15% of the people do it. Everybody else is too lazy, and it's so easy. It helps boost in the algorithm. You know, they bury channels like this and channels like mine because we're just too unbreaded. They don't like it.
Smokey the Blue Blaze.
Guys.
If not for the crime, there would be no trial and no poor behavior by the defense counsel. True. I am not excusing a thing that the defense counsel does.
That's
not a
right.
thing. Any criticism you want to heap at the defense is probably justified. But I am saying the judge cannot be so blatantly biased towards one side and so prejudiced towards another side. The judge can't get involved in the same improper behavior.
That's right.
That's all I'm saying. The judge, you're put in a position, a very, very special position of absolute power. You have power over life and death. You can't have this impropriety hanging over your head.
Yeah, I agree.
Now we're going to go to another judge that may or may not be highly improper. Judge Harriet Thompson. Who's Judge Harriet Thompson? She's a surrogate judge, was a surrogate judge in New York, and a surrogate judge deals with estates, things like that, for handling estates for dead people and property and things like that. She was elected, I guess, for a 14-year term. She didn't make it through her first term before she was removed from her position. Oh, Dragon's Treasure is here in chat. Everybody loves my tea. Go buy it and use code word Vices. Right now, we are reviewing the "And Then Everything Changed When the Fire Nation Attacked." Go back to the beginning if you want to see what I had to say it, but I'm drinking it now, and it is phenomenal. Very, very delicious. So, I told you, if I'm going to put anything related to my name on this, I'm trying the product and I'm giving it a review. So fantastic. Go visit the Dragon's Treasure tea and use code word Vices and get your little discount. Yes, it's all herbal. It's all green tea. There's herbal teas. There's also, so just go and use code Vices. You will love it. Yum, yum, yum. All right, Ginger Hayes, guys, please don't poke at being barren. Some of us are in sore subject. That's what I said.
Yeah, no one's making fun of that. That's
we're making
horrible.
fun of the judge bringing it up in as some sort of justification for acting the way she acted.
Yeah, exactly. And just kind of her being triggered by it. I mean, I do understand it is a sore subject, but she's supposed to be impartial. You're not supposed to have the appearance of, impropriety.
And they didn't call her that.
No, she brought that up herself.
Yeah, which was weird. If she's not, it's really, really weird.
Yeah.
If she is, it's weird. So either way, it's weird or doubly weird. And Caitlin Shute says, what advice would either of you give to someone who wants to start a channel but is nervous to do so? Love you both. Thanks for all you do. Turn the microphone on, start talking.
Yeah, exactly. I would say, if you are kind of nervous about it, I was too. I remember being so shy and I felt so weird. You feel like everybody is like watching you and looking at you or something. But keep in mind, it's just people on the internet. You're just a person on a screen, and people will either enjoy what you have to say or they won't. But it's very easy once you get used to it and kind of get in the hang of it. As Jeff said, just get yourself a microphone, get a little camera, turn it on, and find something that you're passionate about, something you're interested in, and just be who you are. Be genuine and authentic. That's the advice I would give to people. Be yourself, because every single one of you guys has something valuable to contribute. Regardless of what you think, you might not think you have anything to say, or that why would anyone, care about what I have to say about things? You'd be surprised. Everybody has their own unique way of viewing the world, and I think everyone has something of value to say. So I would encourage you to do it. Just give it a try. The worst that can happen is you fail, and every time you fail, it's simply a learning experience. So you just get back up and do it again, and you learn from it, and then you come back stronger each time.
And Flux, after being on the channel yesterday, she did her very first live stream yesterday, or it was early my morning. So just I did it. Watch my first stream. You'll feel better.
Yeah, exactly.
The quality's not the thing. Just get it out there. Make short 10, 15-minute videos. Get 40, 50 of them under your belt till you start feeling comfortable, and you'll be fine. That's it.
That's right.
But Judge Thompson may not be fine. Oh, we got one more super chat here. Pinochet's helicopter tours. So
I like it.
Isn't that great? Narcissistic judges like hers let feds off the hook and will lead more people to seeking vengeance outside of courts. Let Arma M silent legend. Oh, okay. we're throwing some Latin down there. I was like,
Yeah.
enter
Proper
Eminem's Silent Legs. I was, sorry, you can't mix English and Latin there.
That's right.
All right. Like Christina
your
Radix
username
Verum
now.
has done.
Yeah, that's right.
Don't
Only I can do it. Come on.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Now, on a more serious note, why are we talking about this Judge Harriet Thompson, who is an estates judge in New York, who was before she was removed from the bench, only months into her 14-year tenure? Because I did a 14-minute and 22-second video on her a couple of weeks ago. And up to that point, it was the most commented on video in my entire collection. And it seemed to be kind of split down the middle. Either she's the worst, most horrible, racist, homophobic judge ever, or she's the most based judge ever.
We have to find out.
Yes.
We need to know the truth.
Here, I'm just going to read some of these comments really quickly. We lost a very based judge. Oh, she seems like a lovely lady. I married into the name Thompson, and it makes me feel ashamed of my name for sharing with someone like that. Damn, I would be screwed. My uncommon last name is always confused with being Hispanic when it's actually Italian. I'm glad she got booted. This is crazy. But did she lie? Someone sounds like someone got sick of the job and wanted out. She's not racist. She hates everyone. She sounds based. This is my kind of judge, based judge. She's an example of why there should be some kind of ethics test before judges. So this goes on and on down the list. You know, and people are saying this can't possibly be real. You quote your sources. Where are you getting this information? Where's some of these? Wow, German Shepherds are normally such level-headed, stable breeds.
That was funny. The random
Did
comment.
you study at the lawful law school of Professor Darrell Brooks? But yeah, and people are saying I was making it up. People are saying, oh, it's it's a screedy newspaper, so it's biased. This sounds like a conservative. This sounds like a woke attack against some conservative judge.
Oh, really?
Bring the receipts. These were the comments I was getting.
I see. All right.
Like about 200 of these kind of comments, right down the middle. And here's the first spoiler. Like, you want the receipts? I'm bringing the damn receipts.
Let's go.
We're going to read one article, and then after she was booted out of her judgeship, after she was removed from the bench, she filed a motion to be reinstated to her position. Oh. And we will read the affidavit in support of her removal from the bench, and we will read her reply to that affidavit. And you can make your decision. Is she the most horrible person ever, or is she the victim of a smear campaign against her? We'll just have to see. Yep. But the big spoiler is she is a Christian, black, liberal, New York, Brooklyn judge. So the woke conspiracy against a conservative judge is straight out the window.
Dismissed. Denied.
And the judge that was hating on all the black women is a black judge. So
there we go, guys.
Allegedly hitting on. I mean, not hitting on. She definitely wasn't hitting on, because she has opinions about the gays. She wasn't hitting on the judges. She was lashing out at other people. All right. So this is one quick article written by a guy who thinks we need to get to the bottom of this.
We do.
Yeah. Wit's World. This is a comment and editorial from Politics NY. Judge Thompson deserves her day in court. There's a lovely Judge Thompson here. Kings County Surrogate Court Judge Harriet Thompson. And this is Stephen Witt, the author, who can't apparently take a photograph without someone walking past in the background. They don't have a studio anywhere, I guess, for him to. Yeah. So in Kings County Surrogate Court, Judge Harriet Thompson, a whistleblower, or is she a rogue judge not worthy to wear the robes? That's the question we're going to answer today, maybe. Either way, if the New York Daily News, seriously, the New York Daily reported this, and so everybody's like, oh, that's just a gossip. That's no better than the Inquirer kind of stuff. Seriously, if they seriously want to clean up the Kings County Surrogate Court, which oversees the sometimes considerable estates of dead Brooklynites who did not leave a will or heirs, they should look beyond scapegoating Thompson and machine politics and turn some attention to the court's institutional mechanisms. Thompson's problems began shortly after her being elected and taking office on January 1, 2019, as one of 2 Kings County surrogate judges. Prior to being elected, she was elected and served with distinction and without complaint for 9 years as a Brooklyn civil court and acting Supreme Court judge. Now, in New York, the Supreme Court is actually the district court. The Supreme Court, it slips in my mind what they call their Supreme Court, but their Supreme Court is called something. I think it's like the High Court or the Appellate Court or something like that, but the Supreme Court is actually kind of the district court. According to Thompson, shortly after joining the surrogate court bench, she had hang on a minute, rewind. Okay, she had a falling out with Deputy Chief Administrative Judge of New York, George C. Silver, over his green lighting of the staff in her law department before she came on the bench. When she dissented to this, Silver stonewalled her request to further staff up and then ordered the court system's inspector general to investigate her, said Thompson.
Interesting. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Thompson also found problems with the surrogate court's public administrator, Richard Buckheit, who allegedly is very close to Silver. Buckheit's office is directly responsible for choosing the vendors, including attorneys and property assessors, to handle these estates. Thompson had some reason to be skeptical of Buckheit. Both an independent audit and an audit from Comptroller Scott Stringer's office found the public administrator's office under Buckheit is fairly dysfunctional and sometimes loses track of real estate property and the money transacted. So she's arguing it's title theft, it's deed theft. You know, they're stealing estates. That was her argument, apparently. There were also complaints that Buckheit and his office had a toxic environment. The last straw for Thompson, well, we know what side he's on. Not the alleged last straw, just the last straw for Thompson was when she read Public Administrator Buckheit's report and settled accounts for August 2019 and found he allegedly falsely represented that an estate was closed when in fact he did not deliver a check to close out the estate. So following this report, Thompson suspended Buckheit from working in her court. Then earlier this month, Office of Court Administrator Chief Administrative Judge Lawrence Marks relieved Thompson of her duties over allegations of bias and discrimination confirmed by the investigation of the court's Inspector General. A case could be made that Thompson was relieved of her duties as retribution for suspending Buckheit, and the allegations that led to Thompson's dismissal have not been made public. They have now.
Snap.
They have now. So despite this lack of transparency, the Daily News wrote an editorial stating Thompson's energies are focused on illegally interfering with the city's commissioner, Buckheit, overseeing estates without wills or heirs. This despite when Buckheit, they've spelled his name 3 different times already. Good job, dude. Sued to get his job back. State attorney, so he sued to get his job back, and then she suspended him.
Wow, this is wild.
So underneath this messy issue, there's some animosity between Thompson, an educated and outspoken Christian black woman, and some of the LGBTQ and Jewish community, which allegedly exercises a lot of control in the administration of the court system and civil service jobs involved.
Interesting. So this is getting really kind of like, I can see where this is going. Okay.
So the tar and feathering of Thompson in the media. The court of public opinion does no justice to either Thompson or to fixing possible institutional problems in Brooklyn surrogate court. Well, okay. They said that things weren't made public, but they have been now.
All right, let's see it, guys. Because this right now sounds like a back and forth kind of gossipy, slinging allegations at one another, cat fight type thing, which you all know I love. So,
and jerk off juggernaut. Thank you so much for the super chat. Says I feel like the judge had a kid or two and then got her tunes tied or uterine problems. I would assume you meant tubes and uterine problems that made it all about herself. I resisted the urge to Google it. Ginger Haynes, don't defending at all, just saying she was in wrong. And Stephanie Tam, Check your Instagram for the video and timestamp. We've moved on. Damn it. I'll look at it anyway,
Yeah.
and if need be, I'll issue a retraction because I'm not above
Ooh.
retractions.
There you go.
Ryoji
keep it
Mata,
down.
keep an eye out for anything related to the judge's behavior in further filings. That will
That's a good
definitely need to
point.
be done.
Yeah.
And reformed convict. YouTube is censoring me, trying to say my mountain oysters are hot WF Lorax. The only quote needed when asked, "Where's your pants?" My pants are in the other room. It's still warm here. Pants are prison.
Oh my
Hashtag pants are
goodness.
prison.
There you go. You heard it here, folks.
And Valhalla Awaits is here. Valhalla Awaits is should be our newest mod. Are you our newest mod yet? Did you get your little mod sticker there, Valhalla
Aw.
Awaits? Did you get your wrench?
Cool.
I haven't noticed. Did you should be all wrenched up.
Are
If
you
you are
wrenched?
wrenched up, you're our newest mod, by the way. Anywho, moving right along. Oh yes, Valhalla Awaits. He is all wrenched up. Coop Sewell.
All right.
Cool and super. Came out Coop Sewell. That was weird.
Wrenches for everyone. No.
Flux.
Nice
Flux says,
try.
Legal Vices. I love messing with people like this lady because I seem like a good little Christian girl, and then I drop I love boobies and watch their brains explode.
Who doesn't
Well-
love boobies? Come on.
Yeah, exactly.
Be real.
I can't disagree with you,
Okay.
Flux. That's why I said you're my kind of peeps. We both like the same things. So, all right, we are caught up on the super chats. Now, this isn't me. From here on out, y'all got to have your own mind to be made up. Andy, that's where Christy and I can both agree. I'm from cowboy country. She's just from the South. So y'all
That's
is
true.
appropriate. That's a real
Yeah,
word.
that's right. We like to say it. We say y'all, and y'all got to deal with it.
But the difference being in Utah, y'all does refer to plural people. Y'all can't mean just one person like it can in the South.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
So anywho, moving right along. We need 13 members to get to 32,000. We are at 987 right now. So
Oh,
13
come on,
of you.
guys.
We've got 894 of you watching, 500 likes, 300 more likes, and we're about to 800 likes. And now I need 14 subscribers to get.
Well, there you go. Come on, guys.
32,000.
Make it happen. We
One of
can
you didn't
do
like
it.
the grift.
Oh,
Well,
man.
and
There's
also,
almost 900 of you guys in here. Why,
I've gotten
why do we not
emails.
see 900 likes? Let's go.
I've gotten emails, tweets, and comments today from several people saying they have been unsubscribed just
Oh my
unilaterally
God.
from YouTube. So if you are a
That
subscriber,
happens.
make sure you're still subscribed. One person was saying that they were subscribed and were unsubscribed 3 times in one day by YouTube.
Jeez.
So please make sure that you're still subscribed.
Yeah, that's the game they play. I don't know if it's on purpose or if it's just an
Mhm.
accidental thing that happens. It only seems to happen to some of us, but it happens all the time. I will
Yeah.
notice that, like, there will be times where I hit like, oh yeah, I'm one of my goals, right? I've gone past 8,000 subscribers, and then I check 20 minutes later, and I've lost 20 subs, and I'm like, that can't be just because of my lovely personality, right?
Yeah.
Something's going on here. But then I have people tell me too, they don't get notifications for things. That's another thing. Make sure that when you guys do subscribe, you hit the little bell icon because they have it set up kind of funky. If you don't hit the bell, you're not going to get every notification, even if you are subscribed. So just make sure you do that too.
Couldn't have said it better myself.
There you go.
All right, let's boogie on into these are real affidavits. You want the receipts? The receipts are coming. Look at both sides of this and you see who has more weight in their corner, who is more believable, and let me know what you think as this goes on. All right, we need to share a screen here. Oh, well, again, first we need to bring up the screen so that we can share it. There we go. Nope. Okay. This is screen 510. There we go. All right, ladies and gentlemen, strap yourselves in. We are going down a deep, dark rabbit hole here. Either she is the worst, most biased, racist, homophobic judge ever to sit anywhere on any bench, or the guy that's making these allegations against her is that guy. One of these two is evil. Because these are pretty serious. We are going down a trigger-laden alley here for several single-spaced pages. All right. You're going to have to help me read some of these because they're funny.
All right.
Ooh, that tea is good. It's got that warmth going. I'm starting to kind of sweat a little bit here in the long sleeves. That's good. Got to turn the fan on. Ooh, all right. That's good tea. Go to Dragon's Treasure Tea. Code word places. All right. So here we have the Honorable Harriet L. Thompson, the petitioner against the State of New York Office of Court Administration. Honorable Lawrence Marks, Chief Administrative Judge. Honorable Deborah Kaplan, Deputy Chief Administrative Judge, as respondents. Wow. Here we go.
Oh, boy.
Lawrence K. Marks, and in case you're wondering, Lawrence K. Marks, again, is the Chief Administrative Judge for New York. Being duly sworn, deposes and says, I am the Chief Administrative Judge of Courts of the State of New York and have served in that capacity since 2015. I submit this affidavit in opposition to Petitioner Judge Harriet L. Thompson's application to vacate 1, the administrative order of Chief Administrative Judge reassigning all judicial matters before her to another judge. So basically taking away all of her cases and giving them to another judge. And 2, the judge designating her replacement, Justice Carol Robinson, to serve as the acting judge. And he makes this affidavit based on my personal knowledge of the facts herein and the books and records of the New York State Unified Court System, UCS. How's that for receipts, people? This is the Chief Administrative Judge of the State of New York.
Oh,
and
boy.
He's making these statements based on his own personal knowledge and books and records of the New York State Unified Court System. So for those of you that are questioning the receipts, see what you think of those receipts. Now let's get into the meat of the statements. These are good.
Yes, this
or
is
bad.
the good part, guys.
So
This
you're,
is where
as I
it gets
said,
spicy.
you're either going to think she's the most based judge in the universe or she's the most evil judge in the universe. All right. This is the administrative authority of the judge. It just talks about what surrogate judges do. They deal with estates. I have received confidential report of an investigation conducted by the UCS Office of the Inspector General. He's, the head state inspector. That's why he's the Inspector General, which substantiated allegations that petitioner had engaged in inappropriate conduct. The conduct substantiated by the IG, that's the Inspector General, we'll just call him IG from here on. Investigation consists of inappropriate statements by petitioner in the courthouse in the presence of UCS personnel, which 1, disparaged the sexual orientation of UCS court administrators and members of the state judiciary, those are the judges in King County, the competence of physical appearance of members, she's using the fat shaming too, of the judiciary in Kings County. So she's bashing on allegedly fat judges. Wow. 3, the physical appearance of state court employees in King County and the character of judges, attorneys, and court users in King County based on their membership in a particular ethnic group.
Uh-oh.
If you didn't watch I don't know if you're talking about what we're reading now, this has nothing to do with the previous trial. This is a totally different judge. If you're still talking about that trial, then forget it. I'll just move on.
And I don't think that's correct, by the way.
Yeah.
I think you can watch part of it and kind of get a good idea of people's behavior.
The Inspector General, the IG found substantiate. Okay, here let's not give away the spoilers. So how do you want to read these allegations? Do you want to read them like alternate?
Yeah, we'll alternate.
Okay.
We'll alternate.
All right. I hope you have something to drink there. Hope you still have something in there because your throat's going to get dry.
Oh gosh.
There's a lot to read here.
This better be good. I've got my coffee, but I also have my water, so I think we're good.
Okay. For all of the LGBTQ plus everything else people here in the chat, This is you. So here's your triggering. The IG found substantiated that petitioner made the following statements about the sexual orientation of UCS court administrators and members of the state judiciary in King County. If Drex was a judge, I wanted Drex to get here.
Yes.
I invited Drex to be here, but he said he had to work from early this morning. All right. Here we go. Here's the following statements that were substantiated about people's sexual orientation. 4 members of the state judiciary were gay racist maggots, slur for gay men, all fucking each other. They're trying to ruin me and get me.
Whoa. Okay.
Next.
I hate these gay white men. I'm going to show them. I'm afraid of no one. No one. The Holy Ghost told me and is showing me what they are trying to do. They are mad that a black woman has this job. Racist A-words regarding members of the state judiciary.
You can say asses if you want.
Okay.
Regarding members of the state judiciary, they're coming for me. They're jealous that I'm black and God will take care of them. Being gay is an abomination to mankind. Man shall not lay with man.
Ooh, she's putting the smack down, guys. Regarding members of the state judiciary, she referred to them as maggots and gay and said the Holy Ghost was going to get them. I'm not sure that's how the Holy Spirit works, but okay.
Not really, is it? Yeah. Referred to government official who appeared in surrogate's court as a racist ass and a gay ass. And he has AIDS, or he has HIV or AIDS, and the medication he takes for his condition will make him angry.
This is amazing. Oh my gosh. Petitioner stated that a member of the state judiciary gave preferential treatment to a government official who appears in surrogate's court, and that the member of the state judiciary was this government official's
bitch.
Derogatory word for woman. Yeah. Oh my goodness. She's going off, guys.
We're not done yet.
No.
Petitioner stated that a member of the state judiciary was helping that maggot, slur for gay men, downstairs regarding a governmental official who appears in surrogate's court to steal property from dead Brooklyn residents.
This is wild.
Next.
Stated that a male governmental official who appears in surrogate's court slept with 2 male members of the state judiciary, and that this government official and the 2 aforementioned judges were in cahoots against petitioner. It is a conspiracy.
Okay, so those are the things that have been allegedly substantiated that she said about people's sexual orientation. And I hope that was spicy, because we're just getting warmed up with the alleged statements she has made to people in the New York system.
Oh my goodness.
Ooh, how was that introduction to Harriet Thompson there, Christina?
I like it. I like where this is going. I love it.
Okay, do you like where it's going, or do you like what she's saying?
If she said this, I think it's hilarious, but I think she's a little bit batty. As an Orthodox Christian, I cannot stand by the way that she is portraying
wasted. If you want to get banned, finish that. Seriously.
Oh, no.
All right. There you go. Bye. Sorry. All right. Wasted. You ruined it. There you go. Anybody that spells out that or anything close to it is done.
Yep. We don't do that here.
I told you, I do not censor anything that goes on in my chat. You do anything that can deplatform me. That is the only rule.
Exactly.
Keep your head about you people.
I have the same rule on my channel. You guys are ridiculous. And if you cannot do stuff like that, you can say whatever you want, but you don't threaten the platform.
Yeah. This isn't locals. This isn't Rumble. This isn't anywhere else. This is here. You just nothing.
Take it to Rumble. Take it to Gab. You can't do it here, though, guys.
Okay, that's the end of round 1. If Drex was a judge, we got that. Jerk-off Juggernaut. She's been reading the Necronomicon. Good for her.
I will say, I'm going to say this, though. I will say
yes.
that As a Christian, obviously, I do kind of agree with the abomination statement that she made. My personal opinion based on scripture, but I also don't have hate for anybody. Like, I don't care, people are going to do what they're going to do. I wish that they would become Christian and proclaim Christ as king, but the Holy Ghost doesn't go after people. That's not how that works.
Yeah, and I'm not going to put myself in God's position. He'll judge who he wants to judge, how he wants to judge them. Of me, it is required to love all
We're
men.
all sinners. Let's be real.
The judge is Matt Harris's future baby mama, unbreaded.
Who's Matt Harris? Now I have to learn.
He's the guy that wrote the Unbreaded Manifesto.
Oh my God. Okay. All right.
This is Matt Harris's future baby mama.
Okay.
Flux seems like a nice lady.
I think there's going to be a lot more.
Yeah, Andrew, and that was sarcastic for any of you that didn't know. Andrew Brunton, I'm a gay man, and I'm shocked at her behavior, especially mixing religion with the state.
Yeah, that's a really
Jeff,
good point.
I find it extremely horrifying that Supreme Court Justice Sotomayor doesn't know the difference between de facto and de jure. Very cringe. Okay. I found that kind of funny too at the time, but yeah.
Yeah, absolutely cringe.
Oh dear. And Flux says, I love that she has her opinion. She needs to yell it louder, and it's okay because it's her opinion. Lol. Well, now who's she gonna go after? Now she's going after my peeps. The physically apparent challenged. she's going after us fatties.
Oh no. We don't put up with this.
Yeah. Touchdown. On paper, unbreaded.
Die.
All righty. The IG found substantiated that petitioner made the following statements about the competence and physical appearance of members of the state judiciary in Kings County. She's dropping the Dragon's Treasure tea on the physical appearance of other judges in Kings County.
This is going to be wild.
What could go wrong here?
Holy cow. I'm waiting for it. Yeah, I feel this way. Exactly. To be Flair. Exactly. Oof.
All righty. Petitioner stated that the actions of a member of the state judiciary, whom petitioner believed was gay, were evil, and that he put on weight now. Disgusting. He's fat now from all the evil of what he's doing.
What? So does she think everybody's gay? She thinks everyone's gay she doesn't like. That's what it sounds like.
And not only gay, his evil made him fat.
That's not nice.
Yep, he's fat now from all the evil he's doing.
That is so weird.
And now this is the black judge's statement regarding African American members. Go ahead.
Okay, regarding an African American member of the state judiciary, petitioner stated she walked around for years with that color in her hair looking ridiculous. What would make her do that? For years she wore blonde hair looking horrible, and I never understand why black women would wear blonde hair to look like white women, but for some reason she thinks she looks good. That's disgusting. No black woman should wear blonde hair. She is triggered. She is triggered. That's wild.
The power of Christ compels you, out fiender. And there's sex cocks in hell. Yeah. This is very Drex, lol. Dude, this is unbreaded.
Yes, it is.
It's unbreaded, but it's
getting weird.
Unbreaded is kind of rough around the edges too. This is Matt Harris's cousin, fat, black, and gay, unacceptable. Yeah. Wait, where'd that go? Solid weave advice.
There you go. She don't like that blonde weave.
Not overweight, just horizontally challenged. Thank you. I wish I was drunk.
I like that.
Hail Satan, says Matthew G.
No.
Flux just has to say, what the actual fuck, lol.
Yes.
All right, so let's continue with round 2. Petitioner stated the following about a female member of the state judiciary. Out of the blue, she started acting funny towards me, not wanting to speak to me, and I don't know why. I noticed that she gained a lot of weight. Maybe she's depressed. All of them are jealous of me. I watch what I eat. I don't eat anything.
Everybody's jealous of me.
She's jealous and
Holy
depressed
shit.
because she's fat.
This is nuts. She just doesn't like these people, and she's calling them all names and saying they're all
Fat, black,
jealous
gay,
of her.
and worst of all, blonde hair.
Yeah, how dare they, guys?
This is unbelievable. Nice.
Oh my god, this is amazing.
How did this one person have knowledge and quotes? Because this affidavit is written as the result of a lengthy internal investigation by the State Inspector General's office. So he's got records he's basing this off of. All right.
This is amazing.
Go for it.
Petitioner stated the following regarding the state judiciary, quote, "A lot of the judges are jealous of me because I'm smart, whereas these other judges had to sleep with and fuck other people to get where they're at," unquote. She's the only one that didn't fuck her way to the top.
Only one. Petitioner made the following statement about a female member of the state judiciary. She liked young men. Some women disgust me. They always feel like they gotta have a man. I went to a function. There was a young man there. Come to find out, he was with her. She wears tight dresses, furs, latest SUV to attract a man. She's a cougar. She said she's gotta have him. She even said she's gotta have a man. You know, her husband left her for a man. She's never been the same. I feel sorry for her. She's part of that group of hoes. A slur indicating a sexually promiscuous woman, in case you didn't know. She's the youngest. She's stuck and she can't get out of it. All of them are mad because I have the brains to do my work. They slept around to get where they're at.
Guys, this is like narcissism off the charts. This is grandiose narcissism, and you love to see it. This is the funniest shit. So this woman, apparently her husband left her for a man. Everybody is fat. Everyone's gay. Anyone she doesn't like.
You get to read the king, queen, mother of the Binger quotes here.
Oh God, this is gonna
unleash your inner Binger.
This is gonna get clipped. Regarding an African American member of the state judiciary, petitioner claimed she's a house. You know
Binger.
what? Ethnic slur. Binger.
Binger. We call them bingers.
And a puppet for the white man. I can't stand her. No one likes her. She tries to help, but no one likes her. People are calling her a house binger. Ethnic slur. I'm going to tell her when I see her that she's a house binger. Ethnic slur. Nothing but a house binger. Ethnic slur. And a puppet for the white man who is identified as a member of the state judiciary with his gay ass. I don't know what's happening. Oh my goodness. Wow.
This is what Drex warns us about.
This is exactly what Drex warns us about.
Cougars have the best cooties. I like cougars though.
Oh. Oh man. This is amazing.
Maybe her husband left her for another man, a white one.
She would hate that.
Unbreaded, 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 unbreaded. Don't
So
laugh.
true. So true.
This is a judge in the U.S. Jesus Christ. Yeah, she's Next. We're not done yet. This is horrific. This is one I read in the article that nobody believed. Petitioner stated she got what she deserved concerning a member of the state judiciary when that person's early onset Alzheimer's diagnosis became public.
That's so mean.
She got what she deserved. Nobody fucking deserves that.
No, it's awful. That's horrible. Petitioner stated the following about a male member of the state judiciary, quote, "He's fat. I'm not going to kiss his ass. I'm not going to be like the rest of them," unquote.
Unquote. Petitioner stated the following about a female member of the state judiciary. I'll get this one. She smelled and had body odor. And the petitioner didn't know if the smell was coming from her armpits or hair. And didn't know if she washed her hair. And petitioner stated she has a stink attitude. Her hair stinks and her vagina smells.
Oh my God. This lady.
Holy crap, says Aussie Chris.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly, Aussie Chris. What the hell is happening?
What year was this? Oh, last? Yeah, this wasn't 1953. This was last.
No. This is recent, guys. This
Yeah.
is amazing. Unbelievable.
That last one came out of nowhere.
Holy cow.
How would she know her vagina smells? Shake my head.
I do not want to know.
Oh my God. Wow. This is crazy. Magician Sapphire coming in with the damn.
Yes.
Ho stank, says Crystal Hart.
Everybody's a hoe but her. Come on. You all know it.
See now Jim Stahl is getting hit. All these statements were reported by one clerk. None of the statements were made in court. They were made in private. Well, we'll get to that. That's coming up. Don't worry. The other side,
the
other side is coming. She gets her rebuttal after all this is over. So, hang on. Oh, this is your turn next. Okay, where are we moving on now? The IG found substantiated that petitioner made the following statements about physical appearance of state court employees. So we're off the judges. Now we're just getting into statements about the physical appearance of random court employees in Kings County.
In the presence of a white court staff member, petitioner stated, quote, "White women are trying to look like us. White women are walking around with big lips, hips, butts, and dating our men."
It's true. You can't argue with that one.
Well, you can't argue with it. People are getting the freaking butt implants, the lip filler. Maybe she's got a
dating
point.
her man. Yeah.
Yep.
Not that there's anything wrong with any of that. The Eva Blink, member for 2 months in the clean and sober level. Thank you so much. She's just frustrated that everyone but her are getting some.
That's what it sounds like, man. There's some narcissism in here and perhaps some projection.
Almost says, okay, that's not exactly a lie. Lordy. All right, next. Again, the physical appearance of a state employee. Whew. Back to the gays, by the way. Just a little heads up. Petitioner stated the following about an overweight state court employee who petitioner perceived to be gay. He's a miserable gay. How can he be that size and be happy? Who would want him? He couldn't even walk a block, petitioner said. Petitioner stated she did not want him dropping dead on her time.
Oh my God. Holy cow. He can't even walk a block. That's when you know it's bad. Oh, man. This is wild.
Next.
Petitioner made the following unwelcomed comment to an overweight state court employee. Quote, "You should join Weight Watchers." Can you imagine you're working, someone just comes up to you and says this? Holy cow.
And just in case you're wondering, we're not halfway done yet.
We're
There's
just
a lot
getting
more to
started,
get through,
guys.
Now, Jim Sattel, again, the judge was targeted because she saw corrupt government officials stealing and using his position to exchange employment for sex. Her affidavit's coming up next. Calm, you relax, sit back,
Alphabet Mafia. It's true. That is a thing.
Wait for her affidavit. Her affidavit's coming up.
Was this written by Arcata? No.
I don't know how old the judge is, but she's been at her job for quite some time. So I would guess 40s, 50s, somewhere around there. Book of Thompson, Second Gospel of Unbreaded. All right. Petitioner made the following statement about a state court employee. She is not the brightest. If she thinks she's going to win or try to win an election, she needs to first take off those polyester suits, get her hair done, and that face. Ew. I can't stand to look at her face, her skin. She might want to get some skincare. And those glasses, she needs to get new glasses.
Get a skincare routine. Gosh.
Magic Sapphire, $2. This judge puts Ricada fat shaming to shame.
Yes. Yes, it does.
Seriously, if anybody ever grifts me and wants me to fat shame them, I'm just going to read some of these.
Yeah, these are great for that.
All right. Keep these super chats coming. They're fun. All righty. Your turn.
Petitioner stated the following regarding a state court employee. Quote, I think she's a prostitute. I need to have a conversation with her. The hair. I know the body language. I saw the body language when we interviewed her and the way she dresses. She strikes me as the type to let a man take advantage of her. I think her boyfriend is pimping her. The girl barely comes to work, never has childcare, unquote. Holy cow. You're all hookers.
Apparently, fat gay black hookers with blonde hair. I don't know. Is this Matthew Harris's mom? No.
Oh my
All right.
goodness.
Continuing on. Petitioner referred to a state court employee's hairstyle as ghetto braids, and petitioner stated whenever petitioner is in the neighborhood, she looks this way and that way, and every girl has that hairstyle. It's a ghetto hairstyle. It is ghetto. That's not the most offensive thing you said.
Yeah.
We'll just file that one with personal opinion and
She don't like that weave, okay?
yeah. Next.
Petitioner referred to a state court employee as a streetwalker, quote unquote, because of her attire and hairstyle, and that she attended to have a conversation with this employee sister to sister in an attempt to save her. She needed saving, maybe.
I guess so.
Oh, God.
As did this next person. Petitioner asked an overweight state court employee, when are you going to take care of yourself, and told him to focus on his weight. Little over the line.
When are you going to take care of yourself? Hey,
All right,
man, maybe she just really cares about people.
That's the end. That's the end of round 3. There's still 3 more pages of this to go.
I like it. Keep it coming.
So again, these are the allegations against her that are based on an investigation conducted by the state inspector general's office. She tends to disagree with what's in this particular affidavit. And she is going to respond to these claims in her next affidavit after we get done reading through the details of this. But at the end of the day, there's basically 3 choices. She's the most racist, homophobic, evil judge that's ever walked planet Earth. It's all a lie and it's all a smear campaign, in which case the chief administrative judge that suspended her and all the people involved in this, they're the actual real evil ones. Mm-hmm. Or maybe they are doing the bad thing she's accusing them of, and she actually said these things.
Exactly. Yes, it could be both, guys.
Yeah, it's one or the other or both. Those are our options.
Yes, I agree.
All right. I wish I was drunk says, I'm glad I'm not doing my assignments to hear this.
Yes.
Lordy.
This is Kino, guys. Pure Kino.
You guys told me you didn't believe that this stuff existed 2 weeks ago. You told me to bring the receipts. Here's the receipts.
That's right. And the tea.
And the Dragon's Treasure tea, which is fantastic,
that's right.
by the way. Love subbing to a hairy bear.
Ooh.
Thank you, Andrew Brunton.
Oh my goodness.
Anyway, moving right along. I did have one of my friends who is now deceased, rest in peace, Mike. He also had a beard. We were smoking cigars, and he posted something to Instagram. Like he thought he was saying. He said, "I love it when the beards get together," and he left the D out of hashtag beards, and he left hashtag bears, and his Instagram profile changed the landscape of his Instagram changed dramatically instantly. That was a funny day. All right. That's the end of round 3. Just before we get into round 4 of these allegations against the judge and her response, 653 likes. Great. We hit the 600 like mark. Let's hit the 800 mark, Mike. 800 like mark. Let's hit the 800 like mark. Why not? Get over to Based Unbreaded Christina Radix Verum. Get over to her site, like her videos, subscribe to her channel as well. We got her. We didn't get her to 9,000. We helped her get over the 9,000 mark, I think.
Yes,
so anyway.
I think so.
And where am I sitting? I need 8 more subscribers
That's
to hit
it.
32,000. 8 of you that haven't subscribed, that are sitting here enjoying this bullshit that I call my channel, go down there and hit that subscribe button. Let's get to 32,000 during this stream. That would be awesome.
I think we can do it. If enough of you guys share it, post it on social media, or if a couple of you guys out there haven't subscribed yet, just do it. What are you waiting for?
Yeah, I only need 8 to get to 32,000.
Yeah,
Are you going to be the hero that gets me to 32,000? If you are the one that gets me to 32,000, I promise you nothing other than you can pat yourself on the back and feel like you did a good job. So, all right.
Yes.
With that, oh, we're up to 93 now. 31,993 likes. We need 7 more. All right, let's see. Focus on your
guys,
way.
this is pure entertainment, and you all know it. You love it.
It is. You said to bring the receipts, peeps. I brought the receipts, and now you can decide what to do with them. You get to be the Walmart checker of the receipts.
Yeah.
We need 6 more to get to 32. 5 more. 5 more to get to 32,000.
We're getting close.
All right.
We're gonna get it by the end of this. I know it. I have a feeling.
Rose says, do I need to create 8 alts? Y'all, come on now. No, we only need 5. Let's see if we can get to 32,000 by the end of round 4.
I bet we can. That's the challenge, though, guys. Challenge initiated.
See, now, Tank Rat says more grift memberships inbound. We're up over 900 members now.
Let's go.
And like I said, I think like 880 of them are between Tank Rat and XComer gift memberships. But now Tank Rat, save your money, because Friday is fucking Friday. $100 shots. We're just gonna have a ball. I'll preview some of the stories we're gonna be talking about on Fuck It Friday after we get through these assertions. All righty, here we go. All right, I read the last one, so I guess you're starting this one, right?
Yes.
All righty. We need 4 more subscribers. Give me 32,000. IG found substantiated. He found substantiated that petitioner made the following statements about a state court employee.
Oh,
so
boy.
Apparently 3 more subscribers. Cool. Fasten your seatbelts, chat, says D-Watt. Is that for this or for the incoming gift memberships?
Both.
Here we go.
When
State court employee.
State court employee. When a state court employee informed petitioner that her son had a court order prohibiting his father from contacting him, petitioner stated, quote, "Well, I don't know why. He was good enough to have a baby with. You were the only one having a really rough time. If his father were there, you wouldn't be." Jesus. Oh, that's lovely.
In a way, that's kind of solidly based.
I mean, it kind of is. He was good enough to have a baby with, but you didn't want to stick around.
Wow.
And I think it's wrong to keep fathers from their children.
Yeah.
I'll say that. I'm going to say it because I think that all kids need a strong male role model and influence. And the father is really important, coming from somebody that was raised by a single mother. All right.
Yeah.
I speak from experience.
I kind of agree with. I mean, it wasn't in an official capacity as a judge. It was just her throwing shade at somebody in the office.
Yeah.
So, allegedly. Yeah. When a state court employee informed petitioner that her son required additional services in school, petitioner responded, "You would not have these types of problem if your son's father was present."
Where's the lie? Oh, man. That's
Ooh.
wild.
Rodell says, strong male role model. Well, that rules out most men.
Oh, my goodness.
And Tank Rat has just dropped 20 Legal Vices memberships. So if you're one of the lucky people to get these 20 memberships, make sure you thank Tank Rat from the bottom of your degenerate Vice Squad heart.
Very cool.
And in case you're wondering, we need 1 more subscriber to get to 32,000.
I knew it was going to happen.
The next person to hit that subscribe button will be the 32,000th subscriber to the channel.
Let's go. You can do it. You
Who's
can
gonna do
be
it? I'm not going to read this till someone
the
hits that
32K.
that damn subscribe button.
That's
We're just
right.
going to sit here. Go to the
Let's
back of the
go.
room.
Come on,
Go to the back
guys.
of the room, like Judge Scher
Get
says.
to the back of the
Just get to the
room.
back of the room until you hit that subscribe. When you're ready to hit that subscribe button, Mr. Brooks, you can come back out into the courtroom.
That's right. We're not playing games.
Yeah, you can't hide behind Fort Brooks. Oh, now we've just lost 4 subscribers. God damn it. All right. Anyway. All right. I give up. Let's go.
YouTube cannot let that they just can't let you hit the milestone. They know you want to,
Yeah.
and they've got to dangle that carrot in front of you. You know, they always do that.
Yeah. If I get to
So
32,000 subscribers, I'll dangle the carrot.
That's right.
Oh, that just lost 2 more subscribers. All right. I need 5 more subscribers. Now let's get on with this. All right. That's nonsense. Screw all of you guys.
I'm going
Just kidding.
home.
Yeah, I love all y'all, but hit that subscribe button, hit the like button. We're having fun here.
Yes.
All right. Your turn.
All right. Petitioner stated that a state court employee lived in the ghetto.
In the ghetto. All right, that's not so bad. If she
not
does,
too
he does.
bad.
If he or she does, he or she does.
Yeah.
Well, that's the end of round 4. We didn't get to 32,000 before the end of round 4, so we'll just hope that we can get there before the end of round 5. Oh, Darth Hideous, look at you. Look at you getting mouthy over there. Stop grifting for subs and deliver sub-worthy content, Jeff. Well,
We're doing both. We grift
See,
here.
yeah, see, I just don't respond well to instruction like that, so I'm just gonna never mind. We'll get back to round 5. Darth, I love you. IG found substantiated the petitioner made the following statements about the character of members of the state judiciary, judges, state court employees, attorneys, and court users in King County based on their Hispanic heritage. And I must say, we have just hit 32,000 subscribers. Yay!
Let's go.
All right, Brandon, let's go. Now we're back down to 31.99, but I screen captured it, motherfuckers. I screen captured it. You can't deny it. All right. So now he's going after everybody, even users of the court.
Oh God.
Yeah. So now he's going after the court users. So the judges, employees, other attorneys, and users of the court.
Users of the court. Interesting.
Thanks, Bank Rat. You are the baller, says Muffin Rando.
Yes.
I agree.
Yes.
I just hope there's some left over for the fucking Friday stream. Gonna need to bring your money because it's gonna be funny, honey. All right, Hispanic heritage. back to this bringing God into it here again. Petitioner stated so I get to use my preacher voice. Petitioner stated the following about Hispanic people. I do not like Hispanic people. They have a deceitful trait that goes way back to biblical times. The men are always stealing. The women are no better. They lie, steal, and use their vaginas for anything they want. They are corrupt and lost as a people. Trust me, watch them and how they move.
Oh my God, that was epic. Oh, wow.
They lie, steal, and use their vaginas for anything they want.
Holy cow.
Elliot,
Dropping it.
Like
She
it's
is
hot.
Laying it on them, okay?
Drop it like it's hot. Drop it like it's hot. Okay, next.
Oh my goodness, this is great. This is funnier than I thought it would be.
Vices
Shit.
is about to be clipped.
It's happening.
I remember the Latinos in biblical times.
Yeah.
I take a carpet bombing attitude towards cooking. I don't know what that was about, but I found it funny.
I have no idea what you guys are referring to, but I do too. That's most women.
That's just women in general. Oh God.
Where's the lie? Where's the lie?
That's just women in general.
Modern
Yikes.
women, yes, exactly. I agree.
Having a Mexican wife, she's not wrong, says Brooke. Hispanics are in the Bible? Apparently.
Maybe they are now.
I think you missed your calling. Oh no. Secret legal advice tip number 437. I am an ordained minister. Seriously.
Are you really?
Yeah.
Oh my God, that's awesome. Well,
Way
shit.
back in the day.
Learning
Yep.
things, you know.
Must admit, it's been a while since I darkened a church doorway, but I sort of find I'd rather be out enjoying nature, thinking about God, than sitting in a church watching all. Anyway, different stream, different day.
Yeah.
Than just watching all of the other people and wishing I was outside. Jesus is from Mexico. No, that's Jesus, different guy. Yeah, but you're a Mormon, which is a fake religion.
Aw.
With who? The Church of the Sub. Wow, I haven't heard about the Church of the Subgenius in decades.
What is
Cool.
that?
Oh, there's way
There's too
way
much
too much to get into. Yeah, that's like
Okay.
some deep lore. That was a thing like really big back in the late 80s, early 90s.
Oh, before my time, guys. I'm a
Yeah.
young lady. Wink, wink.
Yeah, it
A cult.
no.
Okay.
No,
Well, you never know.
it's based on a guy named Bob who was a salesman from the 50s.
Is this is real?
Yes. Yeah. No, anybody that wants. Yeah, the Church of the Subgenius is great.
Oh my God, I'm gonna have to look into this at some point.
Yeah, it's been called a silly putty theology, but
Oh, okay. Well,
no, it's
shit.
great. To be fair, you get like 100 extra internet points for bringing up the Church of the Subgenius.
Yes.
Wow. All
you
righty.
do.
Let's continue on. Your turn. Good luck.
The petitioner stated the following about a Hispanic member of the state judiciary. Quote, I do not like her because Hispanics are deceitful. This originated from biblical times. Watch them. You'll see. I can't stand her. Latina women, all of them are known to be loose. They use their vaginas for anything they want. Unquote.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Jesus. Jeez, this is wild. This apparently goes back to biblical times.
It does, apparently. You can't argue with that, can you? Oof. Yep. All righty then. Whew. Next, regarding Hispanic member of the state judiciary, petitioner stated, I hate her. She is a liar and a bitch, a derogatory term for women, and disgusting.
Oh, man. She doesn't
Next.
like the Hispanics, guys. Petitioner
doesn't like
stated
anybody.
the following about the spouse of a Hispanic member of the state judiciary. I saw her husband purchase crack cocaine from someone in the judge's parking lot, driving a white Jeep. Keep an eye out for the Jeep and any transactions occurring. Crack cocaine. Everyone is just
Jim
out
Satella
of
says, I
control.
can't sit here and listen to you bash the greatest judge in the history of the New York court system. Well, she's going to bash back.
She is, and we're going to
She's-
cover
she's-
that too. We are fair here, guys.
She's bringing her affidavit next.
We're
so
just
stay
laughing
tuned.
at the content.
Again, either she's the evil one or everyone else is the evil one, and she gets her crack at everybody else next.
That's right.
So she's her affidavit's coming up right after
We are
this.
equal opportunity haters here.
Yep. Petitioner stated the following about a Hispanic member of the state judiciary. I can't stand that bitch, derogatory term for woman. She's another one of them. I believe she is trying to run for surrogate. No wonder she's always in the Daily Eagle. We don't need to be voting for none of them. All of the Hispanic people stick together and mean our people no good. They are all the same. We don't need her over here.
They're all the same.
They are all the
Shit.
same.
Can you pull down the Jim quote so I can read this better?
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, left Jim up. Okay.
We like Jim. I hope Jim likes
we do
us.
like Jim, though. We do. And we have not
Mhm.
made up our mind yet, Jim. We're impartial here. We're just going over allegations, okay? When 3 Hispanic state court employees gave another state court employee a gift, petitioner told the state court employee who received the gift to remove the gift from the office because the Hispanic state court employee who gave the gift could not be trusted. untrustworthy gifts.
So yeah,
It's bizarre as hell.
I'm not sure why it's untrustworthy gift, but anywho, petitioner stated that whenever she has a case involving a litigant with a Hispanic sounding name, she assumed the litigant was a liar.
Oh,
there you go. Yeah, if that's true, that's reason enough for some serious problems. If it's true.
If it's true, you can't act like that. That's crazy. You're supposed to be impartial. Regarding a Hispanic member of the state judiciary, petitioner referred to her as a liar, devious, hypocrite, often tipsy, and attributed her lying to a lack of faith, evident from her removal of "In God We Trust" signs from the courtrooms.
Petitioner stated that petitioner did not trust the investigator from a governmental agency because he was Hispanic.
This is wild. Petitioner stated that certain Hispanic members of the state judiciary slept their way to the top, and she would never do that.
Never. Whew. Petitioner stated that a Hispanic member of the state judiciary slept her way to the top.
Everybody is, they're fucking, they're drinking, they're fat, they're
gay, they have blonde hair, and they're smelly.
These weaves living in the ghetto. Oh, God.
To be fair, the gift was a piñata, and she was worried about a Trojan horse.
What?
All the little Mexicans inside of it would come out and take over the office. Or
holy cow!
There's a microphone in there. I don't know. I don't know what would be in a monitoring device. I would just be hoping it was candy.
Yeah.
Piñatas are made for beating open and tearing out the candy inside.
It's true.
We had lots of Hispanics in our neighborhood. They had lots of piñatas, and that's why I'm fat. One of the reasons. So I love Hispanics. They have good food and good candy. That's the end of round 5. Round 6.
Oh, God.
Round 6, starting now. Wow. All right. We have one.
The West Indian heritage.
This
is where
she goes after the West Indians now. I wish I was drunk. So there isn't just the Church of Arthur Guinness. I don't know the Church of Arthur Guinness.
I've never heard of that either.
Someone said, did I read that right? Oh, have you, you ever seen how many fit inside a Pinto? It's a reasonable concern.
Hey. Well, shit. There you go.
El Caminos, man.
Yeah.
El Caminos in the hood. The hood of Logan, Utah, I'm talking about. All righty. Ding, ding, ding. I forget, is this round 6 or round 7? This is round 6 coming up, isn't it? Okay.
Yeah.
Whew. Right. IG found substantiated that petitioner made the following statements about the character of members of the state judiciary, state court employees, attorneys, and court users in Kings County based on their West Indian heritage.
Oh my goodness.
This judge was apparently elected, I think, to a 14-year term.
Oof.
I'm not really sure. I think it was an elected position. I think. I don't know. But here we go. Wait, is it your turn?
Yep.
I've lost track. Okay. Good luck.
Regarding people of West Indian heritage, including Haitians, she often commented, "You know, all those West Indians think they're better than us."
Everybody thinks they're better than everybody else.
It's true. That's very common.
And clearly, by saying this, she thinks she's better than West Indians.
Indeed. That's true.
If she said it. If she said it.
If she said it.
I don't know why they're 14-year terms. They just are. I didn't make the rules.
Yeah, exactly.
Regarding 2 West Indian members of the state judiciary, she stated, "I don't like her. You see how she walks? And what's up with these black women in their hair weaves and wigs? Weave your own hair. Wear your own hair. All of them. I can't stand them. They all think they're better than us."
Again, they all think they're better than us with these weaves.
Weaves. Yeah, they got the weaves. And somehow they walk differently. Next.
Yeah, what? Regarding a West Indian member of the state judiciary, quote, "That's what that B word derogatory term for women. Guess I don't like her. Don't go back to your country now. Okay. Oh my goodness.
Weaved hair supremacy.
Yes, exactly.
Jim Stellata, she hates everyone equally. How can they say she doesn't treat people equally?
Good point. It's starting to look like that.
There's not a lot of people she
Allegedly.
likes. Yeah, there's allegedly there's not a lot of people she does like.
Don't go back though. She doesn't like him, but she wants him to stay. That was bizarre.
Yep. Well, regarding a West Indian state court employee, there's apparently a lot of West Indians in Brooklyn.
Yeah.
Petitioner referred to him as a sellout. He keeps his face up the white man's ass. He would never help anyone but his own people. Only those foreigners help each other.
Holy shit. Oh my goodness. Well,
All righty.
all right. Petitioner mentioned that a state court employee was Haitian, that petitioner disliked Haitians, and that African Americans do not like Haitians. You heard it.
I heard it right there. Phew. Okay. We got to the end of the allegations.
Oh man.
Righty. So, where do we go from here? You need to cleanse your palate after that one.
Yes.
The Commission on Judicial Conduct is an independent state agency that receives, initiates, investigates, and hears and determines complaints against UCS judges with respect to the judge's qualifications, conduct, and fitness to perform, as well as the performance of judicial duties. I just saw a funny comment. We'll read it in a minute. It is anticipated that the Commission's investigation and adjudication of the complaint against petitioner could take 2 years or more to complete.
Oof.
So
Yikes.
this is just the initial stages. It could take a year or two more for them to actually decide whether to permanently remove her from the bench. Whew. As Chief Administrative Judge, I am obligated to ensure that judicial matters before the court are presided over by judges who are not only competent to handle them, but who will do so in a manner consistent with the ethical responsibilities all judges must bear. Indeed, section blah, blah, blah expressly provides that a judge in the performance of judicial duties shall not by word or conduct manifest bias or prejudice, including bias or prejudice based on race, creed, sexual orientation, or national origin. Well,
We
checked
got
every
all
one of
of them.
those fucking boxes, didn't she? Allegedly. In
Allegedly.
Minecraft. Yeah.
Yeah.
She hit every one of those square on. She's batting 1,000.
Yep.
Allegedly. All righty. I am a judge, and I have been made aware of the likelihood of serious misconduct on the part of the petitioner. As Chief Administrative Judge, appropriate action for me entails use of extensive administrative powers of my office to prevent the alleged misconduct from damaging court operations, at least until such time as the proper judicial disciplinary agency can complete its review and issue its determination, which again could take up to 2 years. So the prohibition against workplace discrimination includes a prohibition against subjecting persons to a discriminatively hostile or abusive work setting.
Not
I
allowed.
determined that it would not be appropriate for a petitioner to continue to preside over judicial matters or interact with court personnel for the duration of the Commission's investigation. While the question concerning petitioner's fitness to serve as a judge remained open, I just clicked the wrong button here. Okay, there we go. Petitioner's involvement in the business of the surrogate court would continuously raise concern whether matters adjudicated by petitioner are being handled in a fair, impartial, and competent manner. Then we go on. He's determined the following measures. First, all judicial matters currently before petitioner would be assigned to another judge. Second, no judicial matters would be assigned to the petitioner. And third, in order to ensure a petitioner would not preside over judicial matters before the surrogate court and not interact with any court personnel, petitioner's privileges with respect to access to the courthouse, court system computers, and other communications equipment would be rescinded.
Oof.
And that is, I believe, the extent of all of the allegations against her in the affidavit by the Chief Administrative Judge. Yep, that is it. Signed, Lawrence Marks. Done deal. End of his story. Whew, all right. Well, she's coming up next here. I think we all need to take a little breather here after that one.
That was
Wow.
pretty funny.
I told you you wouldn't want to miss this.
Yeah, and I'm interested to hear her rebuttal. You know, what's her argument going to be? What information, guys, do we not know? Is this a vast conspiracy leveled against her because she uncovered corruption, or is it something else? Is she really a crazy lady, a nasty woman, an equal opportunity hater of all, or is it both, guys? Is it she did uncover corruption and she's also an equal opportunity hater?
Tank Rat says, please tell me that racist judge had a political affiliation that is on the left. Yes, we mentioned that at the very beginning before you got here, apparently. She is a Democrat. She's a Christian Democrat, black judge. All righty. Well, while we're cleansing our palate here, let's read through a few of these. We said we didn't know who Arthur Guinness was. Arthur Guinness was the creator of the beer. Well, he deserved to have a religion based around it.
Okay.
Interesting factoid. I wish I was drunk. I think it was about 8 years ago, out on the beach, Guangali Beach, near my house, they had a pop-up Guinness store where for the entire summer, they basically gave away free Guinness to anyone that walked in.
Oh, well, there
all you had to do was sit through like a 5-minute presentation on how Guinness was made.
Really?
And you could just recycle and listen to it as many times as you wanted. But they also had like an actual like piece of the yeast that makes the Guinness beer. Apparently it's like the longest living yeast culture in the history of mankind.
Oh,
it's the
so
same
weird.
It's the same yeast that's been living since like the mid 1700s.
Holy cow.
It's the same yeast strain. So that was kind of cool. That was the summer of Guinness. Corn Pop, her response: I'm being smeared by the white gay men who have AIDS and screwed everyone in the judiciary. I am being wrongly accused by a bunch of stinky vaginas.
Yes, pretty much.
Well, she may have some legit arguments. Happy 32,000. We're up to 32,003 now. Thank you so much, everybody. And you and Flux inspired me to get my channel started. First setup stream starting 9 p.m. Eastern Thursday. Would love to see you all there. That's
Kaiser
awesome.
Pineapple, very cool.
Do it. And Sonny or Chris, Church of Guinness, as in beverage. I need to know more. Where are the door knockers? Banned on the run. Someone let Kim Blandino loose on this judge.
Yeah.
Kim Blandino's a legendary soft-sit-ish guy in Las Vegas. So he's not really soft. He's a vexatious litigant. He just lives in the court suing everybody, and he's kind of in a little bit of trouble now.
Dear God, I've had a brief interaction with somebody very similar to this, where everyone in their court system knew who he was, and he would write like 90-page essays of absolute insanity.
That's this guy, you know.
Yeah, suing
That's
people
Kim
for
Blandino.
like making fun of him on the internet and like going into insane detail of it. Yeah.
That's Kim
People
Blandino.
are wild, you know.
And he's just like a professional litigant. He'll just
Yeah.
He's got his own views on how the law works, and they're all wrong, but he has his views. And well, it's in Clark County. Las Vegas is in Clark County, is where he's at. One of my good friends who lived here in Korea for a long time and then went to law school. Now he's working in the district attorney's office in Clark County there in Las Vegas. When I was back, I was asking him about Kim Blandino because he's just a legend. Law Talk with Mike does a lot of stuff with him. I don't know if you've seen Law Talk with Mike's channel. No. But I was talking to my friend. I'm like, because this was just after the most recent Blandino episode, like a couple of days before I went there. And he's like, I just thank God I'm not in that part of the district attorney's office.
Blandino episode.
Yeah. Go to Law Talk with Mike
going.
for all. Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Law Talk with Mike has
That's
an entire
hilarious.
like Blandino playlist thing. It's an ongoing thing.
Oh,
I actually wanted to meet him, but he never answered my text, the bastard.
Rude.
Yeah. All righty. So here we are. That is her side of the story. I mean, his side of the story. Now we're going on to the her side of the story. So it's literally a he said, she said thing.
Yeah.
I don't know how you're all feeling now. It's looking pretty well substantiated. He is based on his knowledge, records, things he's looked at, and so we'll just have to see. First of all, 2012 Jameson said she's part of the Drex 3 strike rule. Jim says I didn't read his super chat. Oh, dang it. Let me scroll the hell up there. I thought I got them all. Apparently I didn't.
Oh no.
Scrolling. Keep that screen a scrolling. Ride. Band on the Run. No, we read Band on the Run. We read that one. Oh my God. Where is it? I wish I was drunk. I'm scrolling
sure?
way the hell up. He's probably messing with me. No, I don't think so. I'm scrolling. There was like a giant dearth of. No, there's more Irish. I was drunk. Say something while I'm doing this.
I'm gonna look at your live chat because you have a funny live chat.
The chat's great.
Oh my goodness. Who is Aussie? And Aussie, I joined the chat in Aussie's Discord. Is that where I should be? I'm gonna have to figure out who this Aussie person is.
Now, dang it, I'm not seeing anything here.
Yeah.
I'm scrolling all the way the hell back.
Hello, keep at it. Good to see you. Good late morning, Radix. Thank you, AP. Good to see you guys out there. I appreciate Aussie Overlord. Okay, I know this is someone I've just come across recently. I've got to subscribe because I'm pretty sure that guy's based.
All right, Jim, I do not see a super chat I have missed. Just put it down here in the chat and I'll be sure to read it, whatever it was. And if you're messing with me, shame on you.
Yeah, exactly.
But for some reason, the only viewer activity that's showing up is the most recent one, so I can't go to the YouTube and check it out. But if I did miss it, please put it down here and I will highlight it immediately. And while we're waiting for that to happen, allegedly.
You're welcome.
We have 841 concurrent viewers and 790 likes. 10 more likes gets us up to 800. We could easily get to 900 likes before this is over.
I think we could.
And we've got the 32,004 subscribers. I can't say anything about that. Statuesque Misk, Aussie Overlord, aka Hayden. Statuesque Misk, what are you thinking about this judge here? Curious for your statuesque opinion on this.
Yes.
As a 6'3" woman of color, I would be interested in your opinion. Just kind of curious, because they say it's substantiated, they say it's based on records and reports, but see, I'm not seeing anything from Jim. I think you're messing with me. Or you're messing with me,
Jim. Rude.
If it was, you got me. If not, I'll recover somehow. Yep,
yes.
We're 805 likes already. See, boom, doom. That was perfect. We can get up to 900. And the super chats I can't complain about the super chats. Super chats are always awesome. But make sure you go over to Christina. Go over to Radix Verum, the Root of Truth, and subscribe to her channel because it is the Root of Truth. She brings the Dragon's Treasure tea against all things. She deep dives. She's making a documentary of really cool stuff. She does a lot of good things. Based, unbreaded. Friends to legal mindset. Can't say much more good about her because it would just sound ridiculous.
That was very nice. I thought that was very sweet. Not simpy either. He's not simping, guys. We don't simp here. But yes.
Just telling the truth.
I appreciate it. Thank you, guys. Thank you.
Well, Digger420 says, Hayden of Aussie Overlord is my number 2. He's really great. I better fucking be your number 1, Digger.
Yeah, come on.
After our relationship, after all we've gone through together, better damn well be me. All right. So let's move on. Let's hear her side of the story. Statuesque Misk says, I want to know what she is working with as she seems to mind everyone's business.
That's a good point. Yeah, she seems a little bit nosy here. A little bit too concerned with people's weight.
and asses and colors and hair and origin and smells and
yeah. Jeez.
Simping like Gosney. No, man, that's Steve. Poor Steve. He's a good man.
Aw.
Of course, Legal Vices, he will always be number one. Aw, thank you, Digger.
Aw, that was nice.
Oh, no, Jeff absolutely simps. There's a whole tier list on it.
Oh, man.
But I'm the S on that top tier, so hey, you know.
Wow, there you go.
I'm the S on the simp tower.
There are worse places to be.
No, it was just kind of ranking the mommy judges in order, and a couple of witnesses too in the Brooks trial. Anyway, wouldn't call it simping. Just say I'm appreciating the beauty of God's handiwork.
It's mutual appreciation. It's admiration. That's what I call it.
Yes,
it's admiration.
Just admiring the beauty of God's handiwork.
Right.
I'm not giving them anything. I'm not expecting anything from them. I'm just admiring the view.
Yes.
Flux
it's admiration.
Just says, Lorax, Lorax, Lorax. That's me, the Lorax. I speak for the simps.
Aww.
All right.
Simping ain't easy. Exactly. Simping ain't easy. It's true.
God. All right. Jeff's a good dude. Yes, Jeff is a damn good dude.
Yeah.
Hail the Lorax simp. I am not a simp. I appreciate God's handiwork. Baldo. Throwing up the Baldo emoji. All righty. Now she gets, quote unquote, her day in court. Although her day in court is probably actually going to come about 2 years from now.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, there's not a lot of excitement to read here.
Oh, no. Not as exciting as the last one, guys.
Well, I actually debated reading her side first and finishing on a big high note.
Yeah,
on a big
right.
Bang. But let's see what we think here. We'll stop and Lady Autumn Sky, we're getting to her side right now.
Yep.
Hang on. Don't get your panties in a twist. Harriet L. Thompson, being duly sworn, deposes and says as follows: Your affiant, I like how she said it's usually the affiant or just affiant. This is your affiant. Was the subject of a so-called investigation by the Inspector General. Your affiant from her suspension to justify the suspension of your affiant from her elective office. The process used by the Inspector General to produce the confidential report was patently unfair, lacking integrity and transparency. The Inspector General conducted an interview, quote unquote, in which no complaint was served on your affiant to rebut in a written or oral answer for any record. So basically, they didn't ask her opinion on the investigation.
Yeah.
There was no recording of the first interview, no transcript or stenographer of the interview. There were handwritten notes only, making its reliability and authenticity seriously questionable. Now,
interesting.
That may be a problem.
Yeah, that seems a little strange.
If the IG is only taking notes rather than recordings or stenographers or it does kind of question the authenticity of it.
Yeah.
But when this goes to hearing, you can bring in whoever it was that said these things and question them about it, I would assume. Now, the second interview, although recorded, was recorded on the cell phone of Kay Ann Porter Campbell from the office of the Managing Inspector General for bias matter, and again, its reliability is questionable. Now, that one I'm not so keen on. Somehow, the recording on a cell phone is questionable in its reliability. She doesn't really explain why it's questionable.
Yeah.
Yeah. So. Now, the IG investigation was based on an alleged complaint from a former member of the law department in the surrogate court and a letter from my former secretary alleging bias and discrimination in her employment. So the majority of this is coming from two people, a former member of the department and a disgruntled secretary.
Ah, I see.
So basically all of that came from two sources. It wasn't like they canvassed everybody in the building and 100,000 people had a complaint against her.
Exactly.
It's very clear from the original statements of the agents from the IG that your affiant was guilty before either interview began. OCA and the IG had an agenda. Their hostile demeanor, except one of their agents, and their course of action was a willful, coordinated assault against your affiant to remove her from her elective office. Yes, so she was elected.
Dang.
So only one of them was nice. Everyone else was hostile to her.
Yeah, she's alleging a conspiracy to remove her.
Yes, she is. Yes, she is.
A coordinated one. Shoot.
Then they have a meeting. She was requested to attend a meeting with the administrative judge, Lawrence Marks, who wrote the previous affidavit. And then at that time, the deputy chief administrative, the other person named in this complaint. At this meeting, Judge Marks informed me that I was suspended immediately from my elected position as surrogate judge.
Dang. Well, there you go.
Your affiant requested a copy of the extensive investigation, quote unquote, and the confidential report, air quotes, its facts, findings, and conclusions by the Inspector General. In response, Judge Marks stated, "You cannot get a copy. It is a confidential report." Which, I mean, it's part of a currently ongoing investigation, so that kind of makes sense.
Yeah, yeah.
And then she asked, "Is it discoverable?" And the judge did not know what was meant by discoverable.
I find that hard to believe.
Yeah, so he said, like, as in a lawsuit? Like, are you going to sue me for it? Yeah. And he did not reply.
Huh.
He says, so now we wait to see what the Judicial Commission will do. Yeah, so that's kind of it. Then we go down. After returning to the surrogate court, your affiant informed her court attorney referee of her purported suspension. I hate reading this your affiant crap.
That's
Your
so
affiant,
weird.
yeah, was not given any. It needs like a narrator. Your affiant enter stage left.
Yeah.
Your affiant was not given any time whatsoever to remove any of her personal property from her chambers, but was immediately escorted by her own court officer out of the building.
Yikes.
Well, that is standard practice in any suspension anywhere. You get them immediately out of the building. But what this has to do with the allegations against her, not quite sure.
Yeah.
The OCA weaponized the IG's confidential report to support their ultimate goal to remove me from my elective office and deprive me of my right to confrontation and cross-examination.
Uh-huh.
So
interesting.
Again, this is part of the alleged conspiracy against her to remove her. Now, this is a weird sentence here. Although the letter marked Exhibit B states that my alleged misconduct is based on the accusations of one individual. Also, yeah, it's based on let's just read that again. Also, the letter marked Exhibit B states that my alleged misconduct is based on the accusations of one individual. Does it really say that? Let's go look at Exhibit B and see if it states that the alleged misconduct is based on the accusations of one individual.
Yes.
Exhibit B.
Let's see it.
From Marks. Dear Judge Thompson, I am writing to advise you that following an extensive investigation conducted by the Unified Court Systems Inspector General's Office, serious allegations of misconduct against you have been substantiated. In light of this development, I am now compelled to direct reassignment of your cases in Kings County Surrogate Court to another judge and to prohibit the assignment to you of any additional judicial matters. These steps shall take effect immediately as prescribed by the accompanying administrative order. This administrative order shall remain in effect until further notice.
What is she talking about?
So, did that say anywhere that everything was based on one person's assertions?
No.
Not at all, did it?
Nope. That was bizarre.
Nope. Oh dear. We have two things to do real quick. Tank Rat. Speaking of Dragon's Treasure, I should be receiving my first shipment of sample teas in 3 days. Mail forwarding companies are awesome. I hope you used keyword Vices to get your 10%.
Yeah.
Mike Morrison, a first chat from Mike Morrison is a biggin. Welcome, Mike. Jeff, I'm part of the evil military industrial complex, a third generation engineer at Lockheed, specifically Skunk Works. I've enjoyed you, Andrew and Farron. Yes, I've seen you on Farron and Andrew quite a bit. Branka and Nick. Been really hard to catch you live. Glad I did. Look forward to new upcoming trial coverage. Well, now we have to press pause on this little thing because I have my rule. $100 chats get a celebratory shot. So while I get the celebratory shot, take this over for about 20 seconds.
All right, guys. So that was a big super chat. Welcome, Mike. Very cool. I'm not necessarily a fan of the military industrial complex, but I'm glad that you enjoy the content. I'm glad you like Andrew, Farron, Bronca, and Nick. I actually am going to have a video coming out today that we'll talk about Bronca and Natalie Loyarchik. So check it out if you have a chance. Very cool.
Even if you don't have a chance, check it out.
Yeah, just do it. Put it on your list of things to do.
And because this is a first from Mike Morrison, we are going with the high quality Dalmore cigar malt, which is a precious, about $250 bottle of whiskey.
Dang. Fancy. We're getting fancy.
This is the essence of Fuck It Friday coming up, where $100, I just grift for $100 shots the entire night. So that I don't have to grift hard for the rest of the month. And we just go and we have guests, of which one of our guests right here, Radix Verum, will be here on Friday as well to chip in and contribute to the griftathon. And we just do this until I can no longer function. So cheers and thank you. Thank you, Mike Morrison, for the super chat.
Thank you, Mike. Very cool.
So good. Such a shame to drink it so quickly. And that's the rule. Griffception.
Yes. That's what's going to happen Friday, guys.
Pretty much. And the thing, that's one of the rules also for those of you that are unfamiliar with Fuck It Friday. 25% of however much I grift for that night goes into the next bottle of whiskey.
There you go.
And as we can see,
keep it going.
I have a few bottles back there. That's
my God.
That's a good chunk of my whiskey. So like, there's some more in the closets over there. There's some hidden in the toilet tanks, and no, just kidding.
Sure you are.
And because I'm a whiskey aficionado, and I don't even think you should drink shots of Jack Daniels or Jameson. Even those should be sipped and enjoyed. The fact that because of how generous you were last month, I have to drink a $500 bottle of 25-year Glenfarclas Scotch in shots.
Ooh.
It's crushing my soul to even think of doing that to that. That is just literally alcohol abuse. It's just abusing the alcohol itself.
It is.
That's coming up 48 hours from now, and it's crushing my soul to think that I have to do that. So
the things we do for you guys.
We do. So if somehow we get like $4,000 in super chats, then I have to drink $1,000 bottle of whiskey the next month.
Yes.
And if we get a $10,000 in super chats, I'll die because that's 100 shots.
No, give him alcohol poisoning.
Yeah, but that's the rule. I've been able to do it so far.
The rules are.
I haven't had to tap out yet. I came ridiculously close last month after 26 shots.
Oh my God.
But that cleared them all. But if there are shots left over, the new rule, or the rule whenever it happens, will be that the game will continue on the following Monday. So, all right.
Smart.
That's me shilling for Fuck It Friday. Thank you so much for that super chat. Everyone stop. Make sure you come here on Friday. So far, we've got Ozzy Overlord is going to be here, and Christina will be back, so you two can like see each other possibly if your schedules meet. Fair and Balanced will be here. Meme Copium will be here as soon as he finishes his show, and he's doing a drink show that night too. So it should be really interesting by the time he gets here.
Oh no, it's gonna be wild.
And we have a maybe from a couple of people, a maybe from Joe Neerman. Good logic. And Nina Infinity has said a maybe. So it's a bit early. She'll see if she has time when she wakes up, if I'm still streaming. And there's still several others we haven't heard from. So it's just going to be fun. We're just going to talk about silly, ridiculous articles. Oh, I said I would, we'll do this really, really quick because I hate, people hate when I completely interrupt this and my ADHD takes us off into like really, really random different directions. Let's see the fucking Friday. This is just kind of a list of things I've prepared, and all of my guests are going to bring one story they want to share too. A pastor who called out his congregation because they wouldn't buy him a watch.
Oh my God!
Snoop Dogg building a breakfast food empire. The Black House of Dragons and how racist it is. A Chinese drone robo-dog. A woman who received a letter from a university addressed to Ching Chong. Some sovereign citizens. Transgender treason. Apple execs who like boobs. And
who doesn't?
Yeah. And so those are just a few of the topics we'll talk about.
There you go.
So, all right, let's get back to her defense of herself here.
Oh, man.
Right. So she said that Exhibit B stated that my alleged misconduct is based on the accusations of one individual. It literally says that nowhere in the document. We just read the entire document.
That was very silly.
Yeah. I mean, she literally attached the evidence that it said nothing that she said, which is where I start to question her.
Yes. Come on, lady. Get it together. This is the problem with women in positions of authority.
What is that problem? I'm not going to say it because I have no right to say it because
woman moments. Woman moments. Totally misrepresenting things. Gee. Totally not a female trait.
Can she blame it on the change?
She's gonna blame it on the weaves and the ghetto and all these fat, stinky people.
What is transgender treason? Well, you'll just have to come here Friday and find out.
Oh no, I don't want to know.
As you can tell, Friday is the day we just literally throw monetization out the window from square one.
It's a griftathon.
Yep. No complaint was served on your affiant by this putative accuser. Your affiant avers that the entire process.
Your affiant.
You're going to say with that Boston Brahmin accent. No complaint was served on your affiant by the putative accuser. Your affiant avers to this entire process lacks the rudiments of basic due process. I've got the Brahmin lockjaw, but if I could do it in like a black woman Brooklyn accent, I would do that. Even though I've heard her speak and she doesn't have a black woman Brooklyn accent, I would
really? Oh.
Yeah. More importantly, your affiant produced nearly 200 pages of documents, real evidence of personal property allowed, an inspection of her chambers, multiple photographs, and produced other evidence for review by the Inspector General to substantiate her claims that these allegations were spurious and unsupported by evidence.
Oh, no.
The aforementioned exculpatory evidence, tending to show the absurdity of my former secretary's allegations, was completely disregarded by the Inspector General. So she's apparently
thickens.
Yeah, she's apparently submitted a shit ton of evidence to show that she's right.
Interesting.
Yeah, but it was apparently ignored.
Huh.
The whistleblower lynching is predicated on two material and intentional acts by your affiant as an elected official. It reeks of retribution, rehabilitation, corruption, and a cover-up by several political operatives.
Wow. This is a lynching.
It is a whistleblower lynching. Yep.
Oh no.
She goes to that buzzword a few times, and it's her buzzword to use. So
of course.
First, your affiant strenuously opposed the unethical and deplorable use of cronyism or favoritism by former DCAJ Silver with the knowledge and consent of Judge Marks. Cronyism. Both men abused their authority and power by providing unearned and unwarranted advantages and benefits to their friends and associates by giving them permanent full-time employment in the law department of the surrogate court.
Whoa.
This disrupts the fabric of fairness. It gives inappropriate advantages to persons who do not necessarily merit special or preferential treatment.
Knock it off, guys. This cronyism.
Yeah. The DCAJ George Silver authorized acting surrogate John Ingram to hire 2 full-time permanent civil service employees in the law department, even the month of death docket after notification. Death docket, I guess, is like, that's what they call the intestate court docket. So, like right after she got appointed, they still let him do this. Acting surrogate Judge Ingram hired his own personal principal court attorney. She would have been unemployed since she had attained the age of mandatory retirement as an appointed judge, and other employees working at the headquarters at Beaver Street. Did she object to the term Beaver Street? That's what I wanted. That's what she should have incorporated that.
Yeah.
That hoe with the weave, she was working on Beaver Street. She was letting it all hang out on Beaver
vagina.
Street. You smell like Beaver Street down there. But these are serious allegations if they're true. That they're hiring. And again, the weird thing about it is, even in her defense, she's kind of saying things that make the allegations seem a little bit true. If we read this from Marx's point of view, we can read it as surrogate Judge Ingram hired his own principal court attorney because she was too damn old to be working in the courts anymore. So yeah, basically saying he hired someone on to keep her there because she had to face mandatory retirement due to age.
Right.
In not less than 2 weeks into the term of your affiant, it was crystal clear that both employees could not perform their jobs and had exhibited poor job performance. Unqualified people. Well, so where are we sitting here? Where are you in all of this so far? We've worked our way a little bit in here. Are you starting to shift towards her side? If so, why? If not, why?
To be honest, because just how my mind works and my own experience with the legal system, I tend to go with option 3. I'm kind of thinking maybe we've got some truth to both of these, that maybe the allegations against her are true, but also perhaps she did notice some cronyism going on, some favoritism, maybe some unethical things happening. That's where I'm at.
Well, then I would ask this. Did she call that out because they made this attack on her? Or did they bring this attack on her after she made those statements? Ooh, that's something to consider.
Yeah, exactly. That's what we need to know. The whole thing is so convoluted.
Yeah. Anywho, it keeps going.
Of course.
Oh, before we go, Mike Morrison again. Wait, what? I must have missed this. I not only get to donate, but as a reward, I get to see you slowly drunkie yourself. I'm down. Challenge accepted for you're safe for today.
Do it again.
He says, I'm safe for today. Friday is the day you need to bring your game. That's the fucking Friday stream. And it will be a 25-year Oloroso Sherry Cask finished Glenfarclas single malt scotch.
Mike has been bringing the heat today, guys. You love to see it.
Cheers. Deeply appreciated. You hold a special place in my heart already.
Aw, that was so nice.
I'm going to be sad when that bottle's gone. Thank you. All right. Let's get back into this here. Back to cronyism. There was a complete erosion of productivity in the law department to the disadvantage of the surrogate court. So these people are apparently so incompetent that they're just bogging down the court. In addition, the cronyism overlooked others that were more qualified for the positions based on the information provided to your affiant by the former chief clerk. As stated above, one employee was the acting surrogate's personal principal court attorney, who upon information and belief had no civil court experience whatsoever and had a criminal court background only. I don't really have a problem with that.
So, yeah.
She has court experience.
Exactly. What does that matter?
The other employee was already employed at OCA. Neither individual had any incentive to work hard, and their overall productivity was low as opposed to those long-standing employees that were hired based on merits and qualifications.
Well, what's she basing this on? Like, where's the evidence of this, okay?
Yeah. Second, your affiant ordered the suspension. Your affiant ordered the suspension of the Kings County Public Administrator based on his unlawful and unethical conduct. So that was part of the deal. It's like I had to suspend this guy for being unethical and unlawful, and now this is retaliation for doing that.
Okay.
To be Flair says, I keep getting amused hearing and seeing Legal Vice get a tear in his eye like the Indian in that old littering commercial when he talks about drinking that $500 bottle of whiskey and shots.
Aww.
That was Chief Eagle. But it turns out the guy wasn't... Did you ever see those? I mean, it was like in the 1970s, the Andy, he's like riding his horse down along the river. And there's like it turns out the dude is like Italian.
What?
He's not even, I was so crushed when I found that out. Yeah. The dude was like an Italian actor. He wasn't even really an Indian. But
we were bamboozled.
Yeah.
Swindled.
That's a really funny chat though, by the way. So yeah. Brandon was here earlier. Well, I hope Brandon shows up Friday.
Yeah, Brandon.
Brandon Lesko throws it down. All right. So, is it retaliation for firing or suspending this other guy for illegal shit?
Right.
Let's find out. The New York Daily News, a misinformation highway and biased media outlet, falsely reported your affiant did not prevail in this case. This suspension was contested, and apparently she won. Moreover, the New York Daily News intentionally misrepresented that the PA retired. The PA did not retire. He resigned based on his belief that he would be terminated.
Oof.
So your affiant is honored and gratified to have stopped the steal of real estate in the surrogate court.
She invoked stop the steal.
Stop the steal. Yeah.
Oh, God. This is getting interesting.
Unlike past surrogates, such as surrogates Feinberg, Sedio, Johnson, and Ingram, there are currently no restrictions on the letters of administration and probate, and there is no requirement for the posting of bonds to protect the rights of underage children or other disadvantaged individuals by acting surrogate Carol Edmead, a close friend and former ally of the former DCAJ Silver and selected by DCAJ Kaplan. The obvious intention of the administration is not to protect our community from fraud and corruption. Acting surrogate Carol Edmead has no vested interest in the minority communities in Brooklyn that may be adversely affected by deed theft. So the houses and land that are the subject of the cases in the surrogate's court are often the only assets owned by minorities. If they're lost to fraud and deed theft, the impact will adversely affect generations. So she's alleging they're into some fraud and some theft, which they mentioned there earlier on in this affidavit about how she said that things were. It was always in the article about how some of the cases were closed when they hadn't actually had any checks delivered and embezzlement. Yep. So this is where that is coming from.
Okay.
So the plot, as you say, thickens. In a recent article by Anna Quinn, she writes, the white population more than doubled in both East and West Bed-Stuy between 2010 and 2020. Bed-Stuy lost 22,000 black residents, gained 30,000 white residents this decade. It was a good read.
That's an odd thing to say. Okay.
I have no idea what that has to do with anything, but
yeah, that just stuck that in there, huh?
Apparently, it was a good read. I think it has something to do with gentrification or something like that. So that's like about the only thing I can think of is how whiteys are stealing the assets from the local minorities.
Right.
I don't know.
That is bizarre.
But as correctly reported in the New York Times this year, deed thefts have been rampant in Black, Latino, and other minority communities, particularly in the Bedford Stuyvesant for years.
What?
So, your affiant attempted to investigate and examine this issue in our courts and apparently opened Pandora's box. After opening this Pandora's box, the attacks against your affiant have been clamorous and vicious, all because your affiant's commitment to prevent fraud and deed theft. Is she a hero? Is she a villain?
Right.
Although my judgeship has been viciously attacked and placed in jeopardy based on slanderous, outright false and misleading statements and harsh and inaccurate media propaganda, your affiant asserts for the record, no justice, no peace.
What? She put that in there? Oh my God. All right. I'm starting to think that this woman's a little cuckoo, okay?
She put it in there, in quotes, in bold, underlined.
That is bizarre. Yeah, people are saying villain.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think so. I'm not thinking this lady is working with the full set.
You seem to have a Johnny Depp level of handling your alcohol. After Fuck It Friday, I do a week. I just do a dry week, just to rehabilitate, and I also sleep all weekend. It takes a toll, but it's a once a month thing. This willful court involved public lynching. This willful court involved public. She forgot a hyphen there. This willful court involved public lynching of your affiant culminated in the release of the alleged findings of the IG of bias and discrimination by your affiant. The irony is that 90% of these alleged findings are hearsay statements of a former secretary, unsupported by any complaint from the courts or public. Your affiant has repeatedly and categorically denied these allegations.
This fool just said no justice, no peace.
No justice, no peace. Quotes, underline, bold.
Yeah.
So I mean, she's making some solid arguments here that she was the hero. She was trying to root out this corruption. The old boy network in Brooklyn that was stealing houses and property from minorities, and now she's being pressed out by the offenders.
Yep, that's what she says.
Now here's where she doesn't do herself any favors.
Let's see it.
And I think you've already commented on this to a certain extent. As a devout Christian, your affiant acknowledges making specific statements about her religion and her religious beliefs, and statements about her unconstitutional, improper treatment during her campaign by certain district leaders and her opponent. Your affiant has the absolute right to exercise her beliefs and rights to freedom of speech in her chambers under the First Amendment of the U.S. Constitution.
She did say that shit.
So what we're getting at here is, as a devout Christian, I said a few things about the gays.
Yeah.
But it was in my chambers privately, and I have a right to say whatever I want to say. She doesn't do herself a world of good in this paragraph. But my whistleblower court-involved lynching is a blatant effort by these named respondents to derail and destroy my reputation and good standing as a judge and lawyer. Now
here it comes.
Here we go again. As we know, African Americans are not a homogenous group. Some are more equal than others. Says George Orwell. African Americans are not a homogenous group in this city or in this country. There are Africans, African Americans, Caribbean Americans, and Afro-Latinos, to name some groups. Wow. The release of highly inflammatory statements allegedly made by your affiant, who is of African American Cuban descent, was intended to divide our communities and to create discord and ill will against your affiant without cause.
I don't know about that. I'm thinking you don't like the Haitians.
Or the West Indies.
Like the West Indians.
Hits and Ray Gun says, what?
Yeah. This is
Wanna why says lynching, OMG.
Of course, lynching and,
Dating back to slavery, Black people have experienced this type of crude and classic white supremacy practiced by Judge Marks to divide and conquer us.
Oh, God.
His intention, it seems, is to turn every minority community against your affiant, Black, Latino, Caribbean, and the LGBTQ plus communities, the minorities in this city. So that's kind of her argument there. Lastly, their unwarranted attacks show the lack of any humanity and have abandoned any accountability for their vicious actions.
Vicious.
Similarly, the release of the confidential report of your affiant by the IG strongly suggests that your affiant was found guilty of the alleged bias and discrimination without the right of confrontation and cross-examination. J. Marks, is the administrative judge, has taken some atrocious actions and made poor decisions that have been rebuked by the courts. And this sort of lists her complaints against him. Judge Marks and his supporters fired judges based on their age, alleging budget issues. They were restored to their jobs. Evidence has been disclosed that trial judges are given instructions by the administration about how to rule that are contrary to law and ethics rules. Primary careers and the redistricting thing that cost taxpayers millions of dollars is kind of this laundry list against him. And the employee who made these alleged statements was not hired by your affiant, but was retained by your affiant based on the request of former surrogate Diana Johnson. Your affiant observed her mental competence, her emotional behavior, and her lack of skill. She performed work at the in the U.S. Post Office prior to being hired in the court. It was apparent after several weeks of working with her that she had no skills whatsoever as a secretary.
Oh, man.
She worked in the Supreme Court building for over 10 years, knows all the judges, and was known by her colleagues as a gossip queen and rude and hostile. Again, she's going into the area of not helping her case.
Yeah, this is exactly like the comments that we read earlier. It's very close. I think we're seeing some patterns here. We're noticing.
So, yeah, because I'm a Christian, I may have said some things about the gays.
Yeah, I mean, maybe.
And the person saying all this, she's just a gossip queen that has no skills and can't do anything and is only there because of cronyism and the favor that she does for all the judges.
She's just a ghetto bitch with a stinky vagina.
Now, as proof that she really doesn't have anything against the gays, this is her explanation of the gay thing. So all of my super wonderful gay people in chat, here you go. Here's what she really meant. Here's what she really meant. For example, these are it was easier for her to create misaligned and inaccurate stories about nearly everyone, so she's a liar and a gossip. For example, your affiant recalled stating that the courts are pregnant with all kinds of ill-gained political operatives, that politics made strange bedfellows, and many people sleep in the same bed. So her ignorance of this old saying was clear when she said that your affiant stated that all gay men sleep with each other.
Oh my goodness.
She didn't say all the guys are fucking all the other guys. She never said that. She didn't say all the gay, everybody's gay, they're gay. You know, she didn't say that.
Fucking each other.
She just said there's strange bedfellows and they're all sleeping in the same bed.
Metaphorically speaking, of course.
Jim Satala, legal advice is the fact that this woman only worked for her for 2 weeks and didn't make these complaints until 3 years after she was fired. Well, she was relieved from her position like 9 months, or I think 9 months or 11 months. She was only put in her office so it hasn't been 3 years. It was pretty much immediately. This all happened within, I think, 11 months of the time she was put on the bench.
Okay.
But anywho, so again, it's all a misunderstanding, LGBTQ plus people. It's all just a misunderstanding. She just said politics make strange bedfellows and many people sleep in the same bed.
Yeah.
Didn't say all gay men are out there fucking each other. Your affiant strongly believes that her letter against me was based on her mistaken belief that she was going to be fired. So she retaliated against your affiant to retain her job.
Okay.
So it's not like she'd been fired. She was afraid of being fired, so she decided to oust her boss.
Interesting.
Your affiant has accepted the fact that some judges and other court staff and members of the public who know me personally know that this is a court-involved lynching and know that I speak well, have a good vocabulary, and do not speak like she said I spoke.
Have a good vocabulary.
Yeah.
All right.
She doesn't say bitches, hoes, and gays and crack and things like that. Those, on the other hand, who have never liked me or accepted me, and the members of the public who do not know me will believe whatever they want to believe. Your affiant has no power to control over their thoughts or beliefs.
Well,
notwithstanding their beliefs, your affiant submits there are two sides to every story, and there should be no condemnation against me without my day in court. The end.
All righty. Well, there you have it, guys.
There you have it.
What do we think?
That's both sides of the story. Christina, where do you fit into the story? Where are you looking at this? You've read both sides.
I've now seen both sides, and it all just seems
from both
convoluted to me. It kind of seems bitchy on both sides. These statements are hearsay statements. I want to see some real evidence of them on the one hand. But then again, in her response, she kind of leans into it. So I kind of believe that she did say that shit. All right. But I also believe that there maybe is some cronyism and some petty things going down, maybe a little bit of fraud or whatever in the court system. It happens everywhere. But yeah, I don't know. At this point, I don't even know.
Mr. Upper Torso says there's two sides to every story. I heard that one recently. Yes, Mr. Brooks, he did say there's two sides to every story. God wanted me to run over everybody with my car. It was their time, I guess.
Who are we to question God's plan?
God planned for me to do it. So yeah, there's two sides to every story. One side is I'm a horrible person. The other side is God made me do it. Jim Satan said legal advices. This judge should have been appointed by Biden instead of KBJ. Now, Jim, we've gone through this. I would be interested in hearing your actual, real, non-sensational, what you actually think opinion.
Yeah.
Let's hear it there in the chat, because I agree with Christine. I mean, it's Brooklyn.
It's exactly.
It's Brooklyn.
This is normal Brooklyn behavior.
Flux says, in a lesbian relationship, who cooks? No one. They both eat out.
Oh my God, Flux!
nice one,
Thank
Flux.
you.
Yeah. Jesus took the wheel, says Mr. Upper Torso.
That's what happens.
At least this judge knows what a woman is. Okay.
That's a good point. All right, she's got that going for her.
So I agree with you. I mean, it's Brooklyn. Yeah, the mob ran that place from the 50s through the 80s. Rudy Giuliani cleaned it up. They're still there, but in a lesser capacity. Cronyism, whatever influence organized crime may have in the judges. I mean, it's there. Surely there's something going on. I mean, maybe she was trying to out it. But again, like you said, even from her affidavit, she admits to expressing her beliefs openly in the privacy of her chambers.
Yeah.
And the way she was characterizing people sort of sounded a lot like the things she was accused of.
Yeah, it really did.
So I think it's, C. A little bit of A, a little bit of B equals C. But I do think she does deserve her day in court. She deserves to have this here. She deserves to face her accusers. She deserves to cross-examine the people that make these statements.
Yeah.
And
I think that's true.
primarily just because I want to see more of this shit.
I do too. I want to know. Does
I
it
want
get
to
any
see more of this
crazier?
shit.
Yeah, I do too.
And Jim says, I don't understand what happened to the Democrats and believe all women. If this judge says that happened, then they must believe her.
True.
We can thank Amber Heard for that going away. Tank Rat says there are actually three sides of the story. to the party story, and then there's the truth that falls somewhere in between.
Yeah, I tend to agree with that statement.
Yep.
Yeah.
Wow. So, do you regret coming here today?
No. That was fun. That was funnier than I thought it would be. I wasn't sure what to expect, but I think that, yeah. I think
I
that it's
so wish Drex could have been here for this.
I wish Drex could have been here for this. Man, why does he have to have a job?
You know, that is surprisingly,
How dare he go to work?
surprisingly close to what I said to him.
I don't doubt it.
I tried to lure him here. I tried to lure him here with a picture of the judge wearing this big African crown on her head.
Oh my God.
And I said she was removed from the bench for allegedly saying some fucked up shit.
Yeah.
I said, I need you to be here.
Aww.
Where did it start? I said, oh yeah. Drex, are you free Wednesday morning? God, I could use you on my angry, racist, homophobic, hateful, liberal, black Christian judge stream. It's so much worse than I could make it sound here. And he says, sorry, I'm working all day, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, but we'll see. I said, no, why must you be a responsible adult?
Yeah, exactly. What's that about?
So,
gosh.
But I'm hoping he'll be here Friday for the Fuck It Friday stream.
Yes, and then we can get his take on this. We can get his opinion on it.
Battle of the stinky vaginas. Let's go.
No.
Let's get ready.
No.
Let's get ready to rumble. Anyway, yeah. So, but then we have to look at it. Jim Stahl says it's been an ongoing thing in Bed-Stuy for decades that deeds for properties have been getting auctioned off to developers when they claim to have no clear descendants or minor children.
That does not surprise me. It wouldn't surprise me at all.
Not at all. So that's why I'm kind of thinking there is a little bit of column A and a little bit of column B into this Brooklyn judge combo meal.
Yeah, I agree.
But she shouldn't be saying these things. If you're not saying them, they can't bring them up. So, but we have to see whether she was actually saying these things. So we need to have the accusers in court. We need to cross-examine them.
Yes, I concur. Just because we need more of this.
Can you say stink vagina in the Ben Stein voice, please? Stinky vagina. Vagina. Stinky vagina. Oh, we didn't get
this is going to get clipped.
Yeah, Bueller. Stink vagina. Bueller. I want her to start a Rumble channel.
I do too. I want to hear about the ghetto weaves and stuff. I mean, come on.
Mike Morrison says 100% I'll be there Friday.
Oh, you're going to have a rough go of it Friday.
Well, I have a backup bottle or two just in case.
You're probably going to need it. You guys are going to give him alcohol poisoning.
That's why I mean, if it comes to the point where I tap out, whatever is left at the time of tapping out will be consumed on Monday.
God.
Yeah, Fuck It Friday is going to be wild. It always is. And because of last Fuck It Friday, I sort of inadvertently started the legal bites issue that came up. So I had legal bites and Drex on.
Oh no!
at the same time, and it was just
holy cow.
And Kurt was there.
Oh no!
And Kurt was talking about being bullied, and Drex was saying things like "good, everybody should be bullied," and then it just kind of went downhill from there. And then the next day, this whole big giant legal bites drama started up again. But weirdly, I came out completely unscathed. So hey.
I agree with Drex. Everybody should experience some bullying in their life so you can develop a thick skin, okay? And well, my thoughts and opinions are on my channel. You guys can watch and see how I feel about the whole thing.
It sucks when you're going through it, but it does build character.
Yeah, and I saw Kurt in chat earlier today in here saying, I'm done with the drama. No more drama, please. Yeah. I'll do it if I wanna. I like the drama. We all like it. We hate it, but we love it. You hate to see it. You love to see it.
Okay,
It
one
is
thing.
what it is.
One thing about the teacup I have, it gets in the stash and ruins the
Yeah.
I almost
what's
said the
that?
G word of my mustache, but I don't want the G word clipped. The way I manicure my mustache.
There you go.
Yeah. The cup just kind of gets it in there. So anyway, but this is some
Aw.
amazing tea. If you're still here, tea man, this
Yes.
is the Dragon's Treasure, and then everything changed when the
Aw.
Fire Nation attacked, which is a really great tea. So
It's
Fuck It
also a great
Friday.
name.
Yeah, for Fuck It Friday, I'm gonna make the cherry green tea. And we'll do a live tasting of that on Friday to start things off. And that's my problem. I always forget to drink water. So my
Oh.
mods are tasked with reminding me to drink water throughout the evening.
Well, tea is got water in
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
So there you go.
Well,
You're doing it.
My reasoning is like, well, that's what whiskey is. It's just water with a little alcohol in it.
Well,
And
there
then
you go.
But yeah, I have my system worked out. I eat like half a baguette before it starts to get the bread to
Oh
soak things
no.
up and
Oh
get some nice
boy.
greasy cheese. And then just kind of snack on that throughout the
Greasy
night and with water.
cheese.
Yeah, so we're.
I like it.
But now, what are we thinking about her? Like I said, let's just assume, for the sake of argument or arguendo, as we say in the legal sphere, assuming
Yeah.
arguendo that she actually did say all of this stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Every word of it's true.
Yeah.
Some of it is some really fucked up shit.
Yeah. Yeah. It is.
Some,
And
some of it's really horrible, but some of it's kind of based.
some of it's kind of based. Some of it is awful. Like the blanket statement about all Hispanics are liars and stuff like that.
But that goes back to biblical times.
A little bit too much, right? Of course. What was I thinking? But
Somehow. It
some
says
of it
right there.
was- some of it was
Jesus is
based.
right there in the Bible.
Yeah. I just think this woman is kind of kooky, you know. She seems to be one of these activist types. She put no justice, no peace in her freaking legal finding and, you know, wailing about white supremacy and yeah. And the lynching, she's being lynched. It's a whistleblower lynching.
This is the picture I sent to Drex to try to lure him here. Is this the luring? Yeah, this is the picture I sent to Drex to try to lure him here.
Oh my goodness.
It didn't work.
Oh, well,
well.
he'll be here Friday. And
So
we'll get
she,
his
she
take.
is older. She's not a young judge.
No.
It may be the change, the hot flashes.
Oof.
But
Dang.
like where'd it go? Where'd it go? Mike Morrison was saying she thinks she's old and doesn't give an F anymore.
Yeah, that could be true. Yeah, maybe she just doesn't care.
Being bullied builds character. This generation is soft because they don't know how to deal with criticism. Exactly.
So
I was
true.
bullied like a mother when I was a kid, but
I was too.
I learned to fight and I learned to get over it.
That's right. These
Builds
people
character.
are insane and they need like the younger generation, they need their little safe space and their therapy dogs and their therapy coloring books. That's actually a thing.
Yeah, it is. Corn Pop says, I don't remember Hispanics in the Bible. See, you're not reading your Bible. Everybody is named Maria. Jesus is everywhere in it. I don't know what Bible
Right?
you're reading, but my whole entire New
Pedro.
Testament, Pedro, my entire Old Testament is nothing but Mexicans. I don't know what Bible you're reading. Wow. Damn. So I mean, she kind of has a lot of base statement. What I think it is she probably said all of this.
I think she
thinking
did.
In the privacy of her own chambers where she thinks she can just let it all hang out. And other people are going,
yeah,
you can't say these things. It's like, you can't tell me what to say. And she just thought they would never get out. But that's the thing. You got to think that somebody's listening all the time.
Yeah, I agree. I do think she did say this stuff. I think she believes it too. And I think she's kind of like an equal opportunity hater.
Yeah.
I think she kind of hates on everybody. And yeah, except herself, because obviously everybody thinks they're better than her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. So this all started because I read a one-page article in the New York Daily, and nobody believed me. Bring the receipts. This can't possibly be real. This is a social
real.
justice warrior attack on a good white conservative judge. Wrong answer.
Y'all were wrong.
Yeah.
She was the BLM judge the whole time, and you didn't even know it.
The Price is Right music there anyway. Tank Rat, I told my kids to ignore the bullies. Just either laugh at them and or walk away. They ain't worth the time. Don't hit them unless they hit you first, then finish the fight. That is legitimately exactly what I told my son.
Yeah.
Of course, I said it a little differently. I said because he was always talking about, people were making fun of him.
Aww.
I mean, we tried really hard to give him a name that you couldn't make fun of. And I think we did a pretty darn good job. It's sad when you have to sit around going, okay, what are kids going to say about this name? You have to name your child. But like the first syllable of his name sounds a little bit like a local dialect word for candy. So people are basically calling him Candy. In like first, second, and third grade. And he was like crying about it. I'm like, dude, just harden the fuck up.
Exactly.
I'm like, and I said, who are calling you these names? My friends. They're calling you because they like you. It's a term of endearment. If the kids that hated you were saying it, this would be different. I said, these are your friends. They're saying it because they like you.
It's a little nickname.
Find something silly to call them. And
exactly.
Then some girl was like pulling his hair from behind, and I'm like, dude,
that means she likes you. Exactly. Don't cry about it. That's a good thing.
Yeah, she's like, she keeps pulling my hair. I'm like, well, just tell the teacher that you don't want your hair pulled anymore. And it's like, she likes you, dude. Just But then there was the one kid was picking on him.
Aw.
And he said he like punches him in the stomach. I said, well, hit him back.
Hit him back harder.
And so he did. Yeah. And the next day he's like, well, he hit me again. I'm like, okay. I said, okay, here's what you do. He hits you and you hit him repeatedly, hardly in the face until a teacher pulls you off of him.
Yes. I love it.
Yeah. And I said, I don't care whatever happens. I'm on your side. I will stand up to you. I will stand up for you.
That's right.
In whatever happens in the school. And that's what he did.
Teach him to be a man. That's important.
I did say, if you start the fight, then you've got some, I'll stand up for you in the public, but when we get home, your ass is mine, kid. But if somebody starts it, you finish it. And you keep finishing it until a teacher pulls you off.
That's right. And I'll teach the other guys a lesson too.
And one broken arm later, it worked. He broke the other kid's arm. He won.
Well,
the kid never fucked with him again. The school called me in. I said, I know he's told the teacher about this guy at least 3 times.
Oh.
And he snapped, and that's it. And nothing happened to my son. So good.
Oh, there you go.
Yep.
That's how these things happen, guys. That's how it works. All right.
Don't know how we got off on that tangent, but we did. Wow. So my 2-hour stream. Hey guys, there's no Brooks trial to stop me on time, is there? So my 2-hour stream went 3 hours again. Yay. We're back to this. I tried to keep it to an hour and a half. I promised I would keep it to an hour and a half or 2 hours at the outside, but we failed. He snapped, and so did the arm. Well, technically, it was while they were rolling around on the ground. He kind of snapped the arm.
Jeez.
Danny, for you, it's a rough world. I tell my son the same thing. Yeah, it's like,
it is. You got to prepare these kids for the real world because it's going to get harder and harder as they get older, and they need to prepare for that now. The coddling them it doesn't help them.
Well, see, the good thing is, I mean, here in Korea, it's still, I mean, you know, there's no guns, there's no things like that. So there's no school shootings, there's no stabbings, things like that. So it's kind of where it was when I was a kid in the States. Two kids have a beef, they go out behind the school, they punch each other around a few minutes, then it's over, and then they're friends again.
Exactly. That's how it works. That's how you handle it.
Yeah, you know.
Yeah.
So I don't have any great answers for that particular issue, but that's what we did. So what's your big takeaway here from today? What's the moral of the story, Christine?
The moral of the story is that Brooklyn is nuts. I'm just gonna say that because I think there is the corruption and the graft, and I also think this lady is nuts. That's my takeaway. This is Brooklyn.
It seems to be that way, doesn't it?
Yeah. Yes. That's the moral of the story is New Yorkers, y'all are crazy. Come to the South and it's different.
Yeah, where everybody's perfectly normal in Florida.
Everyone's
and Virginia
equally
and Georgia.
corrupt and equally racist and bigoted. There you go.
Oh my gosh. Well, what we're going to do.
I'll say it's different than what I thought it would be. I thought it was going to be some like crazy lady, and we do have a crazy lady, but she makes some good points. Some of the stuff she said was true. Okay. Some of it was crazy. Yeah. And I do believe that there is something going on there, corruption wise, behind the scenes, because it's that happens everywhere, especially in New York.
Yeah, she's making some pretty serious allegations. So I think she needs to be able to confront her accusers, and she needs to be able to substantiate her whistleblower claims.
Yeah. Yes, I agree.
Yeah, so I guess that's kind of where we'll wrap this up. Christina, what do you got coming up in the next few days? What's your deal for the rest of the week?
Well, I'm gonna be putting out a couple videos, and that's probably it. I've got, it takes me time to put things together. I'm a boomer with technology. I'm just like learning how to edit videos properly. So yeah, come to the channel though. I will have something out today, and maybe in the next day or two, another video that is going to be pretty fun, in my opinion. This is the one I'm looking forward to doing. So if you're into internet lore and stuff like that, you'll like it. I can promise you that. It'll be entertaining.
Cool. And everybody hang tight here for just a second, because when we're done in the next 2 or 3 minutes, we're all going to dump into Legal Mindset. He is now in the middle.
Andrew.
He is now in the middle of an interview with Hotep Jesus called The Art of the Grift.
The Art of the Grift.
So
of course, you love it.
We'll dump all of you in there in about 2 minutes. So give him a shout out. Let him know you've got a Legal Vices raid incoming.
Yes.
We'll be there in a couple minutes. We'll just wrap this up by saying thank you, mods, for doing everything you've done here today. Thank you, everybody that has done super chats. Thank you, everybody in the chats. And thank you to those of you that just have it listening on in the background while you go about your morning, your afternoon, your evening, whatever. And coming up tomorrow is O.J. Simpson Day. We're going to be doing some more racism. F. Lee Bailey cross-examining cop Mark Furman, who is an avowed racist and quite possibly planted evidence. And again, we're not trying to change your mind on whether OJ is innocent or guilty. We're presenting it solely for the purpose of letting you witness a brilliant cross-examination by one of the greatest defense lawyers ever to walk planet Earth, and to see how that skill of oration and that skill of argument can lead jurors to have a reasonable doubt. And Friday is everything's off the table, including monetization, and it's just fuck it Friday from square one. Guests like Christina will be there. We're just going to shoot the shit for as long as people want to stay, talk about stupid stories. You're going to throw $100 chats at me, and I'm going to get liquored up, and then you don't have to hear me talk about grifting for the rest of the month.
There you go.
So that's what's coming up on my horizon next Monday, which will be interesting if we get more if we get more than I can drink, more shots than I can drink on Friday, because next Monday we have you can't see that I'm pointing at my calendar here. Next Monday we have a tie-in with Maritime Monday, because every Monday I do a Maritime Monday, because that's the area of law I deal mainly with is maritime law. So we do Maritime Monday. We talk about ship collisions, shipping accidents, things like that. Next Monday is a maritime incident that involves whiskey. So it's a whiskey tie-in, Maritime Monday. So if we have any leftover whiskey to drink, we'll do it on Monday while we talk about a maritime incident involving whiskey. So thank you all for being here, and a special thanks to Radix Verum Christina for being here the entire 3 hours.
Aw, thank you.
That deeply appreciate it. And again, she has the coolest damn Addams Family pinball machine in her living room.
Right?
That is so awesome.
It is pretty cool.
So go visit her. You guys did me a super solid today by getting me up to 32,007 subscribers. Now go get her up to the 10,000 mark. And right now we're going to say goodbye to you. Say goodbye to everybody, Christina.
Bye.
And we're going to dump you, hopefully, if I haven't boomered this,
Go harass
straight into
Andrew.
legal mindset and let him know that the Legal Vices raid is incoming as of right now.
No.
Bye, everybody.